Okay. All right. So let's keep going. All right. Oh, here. Let me just read this. The Destiny trying to cancel Hasan over the booty judge thing is fucking stupid and desperate. It's so frustrating. He was willing to die for Emmy saying the N-word, but with a guy who stands up for him and likes him, he's literally calling him out on Twitter for saying a funny name in a funny way. Call me ignorant, but I never made a homophobic connection to booty judge. Destiny wanted to cancel Hasan nearly from the start. First disagreements, read logs and DGG. Oh, okay. Would Hasan deny that Destiny has helped him growing on Twitch? I highly doubt he would. I'd never have. Like, literally never have done that. Okay, it's time.
I'm not God.
Communism.
Want to be a brave warrior and point directly to him how mind-blowingly hypocritical he is to say that in the same fucking breath as he calls booty judge homophobic? Because that's 100% a ban. Wasn't this incredibly sexist? Are people going to get ass pained about this as booty judge? He's going to say it was not public. I think that they're essentially the same. Even Hasan said, I know we agree about this. I don't know why we're on this, etc. When they debated, a conclusion can't just be Kamala bad. It has to include reasonable moral framework baked in. This is the most idiotic fucking thing. Because the reasonable moral framework, even if it's Destiny's interpretation, okay? Even if the moral framework is still reasonable, Kamala Harris still supported children getting fucking, like, deported, okay? Like, that's bad. Can we agree? That's what I mean when I say Destiny. That's bad, right? Fuck. Holy shit. These guys are so fucking moronic, dude. He did agree. He agreed in the conversation. Hasan and Steve don't have the same conclusions, not if they sound the same. Destiny doesn't like fair weather allies who associate with them as politically expedient, but abandon when it's not. Yeah, that's what I've done. I definitely have only been on Destiny's side for, like, when it was politically expedient. This is the most accurate take, I think, Neo Destiny. Like, fuck, it just makes you a pessimistic entire democratic process. Oh, this guy is so stupid. Yeah, losing the audience is lame, but it's also realizing that your audience was always more lame than you thought. It's especially whatever, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's get to the Harvard student posting racist shit. Hasan saying booty judge, real shit. I know that so many people are going to be like, well, actually, Destiny never actually said, like, he would cancel Hasan. Unironically, this is when Destiny realized, okay, like, his student was rapidly catching up to him in all aspects. All right. These memes are funny, but... Okay, so here's the take. Listen up, DGGers and Redditors. I've been straight up mauling for the past 24 hours over the post on here. I genuinely cannot tell if these people just take memes. If people just take memes / shit that Destiny kind of tosses out in debates and runs with them as God's honest truth, or if they're just instigation, or maybe community actually thinks I'm a moron. Example 1. Destiny in the EMEA debate claims I said I'm not voting for Joe Biden in my Larry Elder debate. I say I never said that. I said I don't know if I can get myself to vote for him, but if he wins, I might abstain and live in the mountains as an anarcho-primitivist, which is obviously a fucking meme, but whatever. We move on. But the community now continues with this narrative, and now people legitimately think I'm an accelerationist, both definitionally and factually incorrect here. Because an accelerationist would be like voting for Trump.
I'm not God.
Right? That would be the accelerationist. And privilege, Trump having a second term is more damaging for my future as an anchor baby. Muslim family living in Turkey with a pending war with Iran. And also the fact that I literally have nowhere to go, given the fact that Donald Trump's administration has openly talked about how they are tracking political activists and taking away freedom of speech or free press restrictions in the case of Julian Assange and all that shit. But, you know, I mean, I literally have nowhere to go. Like, if I went back to Turkey, I could be jailed. And we've seen what happened with fucking American permanent residents getting chopped up into little bits and pieces just because they were liberal and just because it was an ally at the time. So, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter because saying that I'm fucking privileged is an ad hom, especially when I've literally, my entire reputation, everything that I've done for my entire career has been advocacy for immigrants, advocacy for black people, criminal justice reform. Like, what do you think the alt-right hates me for? You think the alt-right hates me because, I don't know, because I don't agree with them hard enough? That I think that, like, that Trump is good? And also, my perspective is on the internet. Like, if Destiny genuinely wanted to know what I did during the 2016 elections, he could easily fucking look it up, which is similar to what I'm doing now. Anyway, like, my perspective on Kurdish Kurdish autonomy, my perspective on the Armenian genocide, like, these are not fucking little, these are not just fucking memes, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. But what you said wasn't true, Weird Champ. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. We're literally going through the post where I describe this. Like, you're entitled and privileged. Like, what a disgusting, disingenuous, bad faith thing to fucking say to someone who has staked their entire reputation on criminal justice reform and rights for immigrants, as though I lack empathy for them, as though I'm going to vote for Donald fucking Trump, as though I'm going to not do everything in my fucking power as I did in 2016 and now to fight against that. What a disgusting, dishonest, bad faith fucking thing to say to someone. But you know, because like Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris actually, she actually didn't support a policy that literally got schools to dunk on immigrant children or migrants that were undocumented. It functionally was exactly that, but that's a distinction that we're gonna have to air out. You seem like a bad faith actor. And you're privileged.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Anyway, let's keep going. And I am Bernie or bust. I am not Bernie or bust. I only feel this strongly about Joe Biden. Also in the primaries, we're in the primaries. We'll cross that bridge on who I'll vote for over Trump when we get there. Secondly, there were numerous points of contention in our debate last night. Here's the first one, which many people completely sided with Destiny on. The only reason why I tackled the first one, is because there was just not enough space. Yeah, morally lucky is a convoluted way that you're saying you're stupid. Yes, exactly. Functionally, the policy Harris supported resulted in schools referrals to police, leading them to being automatically referred to ICE. That's the exact same consequence of the policy. Saying that there's one step in between the two is additional context I should have provided, but this does not absolve Kamala of the responsibility of her actions. As a consequentialist, Destiny should 100% agree with me on this. Kamala Harris supported a decision that literally led to kids getting deported because resource officers in schools now cooperated with ICE. Insanity. Destiny can try to make it seem like this was just felonies. It wasn't. Or that my framing was dishonest or whatever. But to think that this takes away from the main point that kids literally got yeeted from schools for misdemeanors that they never even got convicted of because of actions Kamala Harris supported, then lied about not knowing about, is mind-boggling. Schools could not have cooperated, but that's not the point, is it? Which I mentioned in that debate as well. The rule change forced them to cooperate, as Destiny mentioned numerous times throughout that debate. This is the rule change that Kamala Harris supported. Bold. Here's some additional context, which Destiny kept brushing off, so you understand the consequence of this policy. Getting pretty pathetic. Okay, well, here, let me help you get leave early on by banning you. Listen. I make fun of dipshits who fucking argue over the semantics of concentration camps when children are literally in concentration camps and some of them are dying. You think I'm the one who's being inconsistent with this argument? Destiny is behaving like one of those fucking dipshits right now, when the effects of that policy are exactly the same. To look at children being deported without due process, okay? When children being deported, like, I'm sorry, I'm glad that Destiny justified his fucking moral axioms or whatever the fuck, but like, looking at children being deported, okay, without due process, and a candidate who has gone back and forth on her perspective on this matter and lied about not knowing the outcome when that was literally the intended outcome, okay? But focusing on the point that I'm being disingenuous for 2.5 hours to thousands of his fucking fans, and then continuing on into this day and making it seem like that is the big crime here, that I like embellished or some shit, when I conceded that I could have worded it better. Like, that is ultimate edgelord dipshit logic bro cuckery. And when Tim Pool does it, we laugh at him. Or at least this community laughs at him. When Destiny does it, a lot of those people who laugh at Tim Pool will turn around and go, no, that's actually right. That's why I said he argues like a fucking centrist. Making it seem like I'm a fucking bad faith actor. Destiny's a consequentialist egoist. He's going to say whatever he can to beat you at an argument without valuing virtues. Their fans already know that he is a relentless hypocrite and can be degenerate to win arguments. They have a different standard for you. Yeah, I know. Let's keep going. You do kind of shit on all the other candidates, though, to be honest. Then look it up. If you think that my shitting on all the other fucking candidates are actually bad, like, if you think that my takes on all the other candidates are like disingenuous or bad, then look it up. Do your fucking due diligence, okay? This is madness to me. Worded it better is kind of a weak defense. I don't give a fuck whether you think it's a strong defense or a weak one. Saber Slaw. Banned. Okay.
I'm not God.
Shitting on shitty candidates is what journalism is all about, am I right?
Like, yes, it literally unironically is. Bold. Bold, here's some additional context which Destiny kept brushing off so you understand the consequences of this policy and why it's not the same as someone calling the cops on another person who is about to rape them. Multiple juveniles face deportation over relatively minor crimes. In one instance, reported by the Times, a 14-year-old who had been in the United States since he was 2.
Before now, but it is true, and this whole narrative is played out to prove this.
Multiple juveniles face deportation. Yeah, he does argue in a vacuum. I agree. In one instance, reported by the Times, a 14-year-old who had been in the United States since he was 2 was handed over to ICE after he took a BB gun to school to show off to his friends. In another instance, a 13-year-old and his family faced deportation after he punched another boy at school and stole 46 cents. Kamala Harris supported the Newsom veto that through due process rights of migrant juveniles in schools where the institutions that are supposed to protect these kids instead cooperated with federal authorities over potential unconvicted misdemeanors. I don't give a fuck how many of these like dumbass logic dude bros who think they are just as good as Destiny at arguing will keep fucking parroting his points over and over again in the comments. This is at the heart of what I'm fucking talking about. When this is the point and you stretch that, when you fucking pull a thread to like unravel the entire fucking argument without actually addressing that, like, this is literally insane. Anyway, we're gonna look at his commentary in a second. Wow, they're criminals. This is totally different than school scanning for illegals. Yeah, exactly. Kamala Harris supported the news and video. It was honest. Yeah. Instead of cooperating with federal authorities over potential unconvicted misdemeanors, and you all let Destiny get away with making potential rape analogies of women walking home alone at night as though it was an honest attempt at testing my moral system. But keep focusing on ACAB memes or whatever you think I believe about never calling the cops on under any circumstance or whatever. I guess I expected more from the Logic Bro Battalion, since even Kant, who definitely was the least morally lucky person who ever existed, assumed that black people were inferior beings. I guess one can be morally consistent and still be completely wrong on the facts of a situation. So I urge you, 4 or 5 people who read to the bottom of this fucking post, to think a bit more critically when Destiny and I engage in debate, and I look like an exhausted ADHD Andy who goes on long tangents and seems defeated. Having said all this, Destiny should literally deplatform me if he honestly thinks that I'm engaging in bad faith and gross misrepresentations of reality, or admit that he spends time on semantics, which he claimed was a gigantic difference, when the main point still stands that Kamala supported a policy that took away the due process rights of kids and then successfully overwhelmed me with rhetoric. Oh, by the way, Destiny's wrong on the due process for immigrants as well. In immigration court, they do have due process when dealing with their deportations, but not on their misdemeanor charges because of the law that Kamala supported. Truancy memes just for fun. We can look at that in a second. Where's Destiny's points here? What'd he say? I don't fucking get why Destiny's splitting hairs over this. There's zero functional difference between the schools referring kids to ICE and referring them to the police without referring them to ICE. Yeah, it's the school's morality is under question. This would be highly relevant. But in the context of the conversation, that's not the point. And Hasan admitted that he could have phrased that better. The bottom line is that kids who act out at school could end up being deported due to this policy. And that the issue that is being focused on is the policy that caused it to be possible, not the school's moral culpability. Whether any of the responsibility lies with the school or entirely with police changes nothing about Kamala's responsibility, which is exactly what Hasan was trying to point out. It is a meaningful moral difference, but that difference is irrelevant when it comes to judging Kamala. You can't defend this policy by saying, well, it was the fucking police who did this, if the outcome is still that kids are deported based on their actions at school, at which point it's valid for Hasan to say, well, then maybe police shouldn't be at schools, or at least not be dealing with kids getting into fistfights and other misdemeanors and starting that chain that gets them deported, or better yet, not have the shit policy. A cop at school to prevent shootings, rape, or other serious crime is one thing when kids are essentially being kids, and charging them with misdemeanors or for acting out that can potentially get them deported is way over the line. I agree that being 100% perfect in your framing should be something desired, but the way I feel people attack Hasan as though the misframing caused the accusation to become wildly disproportionate to what actually happened. She supported the law that forced schools to turn undocumented students over to ICE, separating them from their parents. She meant she supported a law that resulted in undocumented students being turned over to ICE and deported for simple misdemeanor charges that occur in school buildings or otherwise separating them from their parents. Would you reasonably argue that there's a meaningful difference here to point out where Kamala is seen as better in the second option? Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. That's drastically different, right, guys? It's drastically different, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Kamala Harris supported a law that resulted in undocumented students being turned over to ICE and deported for simple misdemeanor charges that occur in school buildings or otherwise separating them from their parents, right? So weird that Destiny literally was saying that it is insanely different, that this is insanely fucking different, and it absolves, like, as though, like, fucking worlds apart, he said. Worlds fucking apart, he said. Worlds fucking apart, he said. And you all repeated that shit. You all fucking repeated it. Maybe you guys appreciate me more when I'm talking at Ben Shapiro speed, huh? In the end, Destiny wasn't looking to debate if Kamala was a good pick based on Hasan's points. Destiny seemed to want to debate how Hasan framed his points. Regardless, if the end result is that Kamala is a bad person to vote for or not, Hasan seemed to be under the impression that they were debating if Hasan was correct in his assertion that Kamala's a bad person to vote for. That's where this entire thing started, miscommunication about debate topic. This is disingenuous. Focusing on this and making it seem like this is worlds fucking apart and making a giant, like a mountain out of a fucking, what is it, anthill or whatever, is the issue. Mountain out of a molehill? Yeah, whatever. That is what disingenuous, bad faith actors do. Mountains out of molehills. Okay. Okay. Where is Destiny's response? The main premise of Hasan's first argument was Kamala backed a bad immigration policy and they lied about it. What's misleading? They did get into a semantic argument as to whether you consider the school in some sense being responsible. Okay, I'll try taking a shot at this video. Example 1, Destiny said in the Emmy debate, this is an unbelievably charitable interpretation of what you said, especially coming off the propaganda pieces you've just recently been involved in regarding Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. Like, I am so, oh, fuck, man. I'm getting fucking frustrated already. Holy shit. Hold on. Yeah. Hey, guys, look at my my charitable pieces. By the way, literal race realism argument, Andy, over here. Like, he's building a fucking story. Like, literally building a fucking story right here. Not attacking me on the individual premises, but saying like, oh, well, you know, especially considering like your Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg attacks that were unfair, which, by the way, is the point of contention that we have here already. Like, I'm being uncharitable. I mean, I'm being insanely charitable on my own. Like, to my own take. I'm being charitable to my own take in Destiny's world. What did I say? Hold on. Propaganda pieces. Thanks, Destiny, for being charitable about my propaganda pieces, Destiny. Good friend, Destiny, right? We're still fucking friends, right? Dipshit. Oh yeah, I still like Hasan. It's just politics. It's just like a meaningful. It's like a meaningful difference that we have in the way that Hasan concludes his evidence when he writes his propaganda pieces, which is his entire fucking career that I'm literally going to jerk off to because I feel slighted. Give me a fucking break, dude. And those of you who are like, oh, this is like a Bad Bunny route, you can suck my cock too. Hold on. Let's find the charitable. Let's see the unbelievably charitable interpretation I gave.
The issue is for the guy bipartisan.
I've honestly considered moving up into the mountains and living an anarcho-primitivist lifestyle if Joe Biden becomes the Democratic nominee. I think Trump has a chance of defeating Joe Biden. But worse than that, even if Joe Biden wins, I think we go back to business as usual politics here in America. And next time around, it's not going to be Donald Trump. It's actually going to be an ideologically minded fascist, not a proto-fascist who kind of becomes the Democratic nominee. I think Trump has a chance of defeating Joe Biden.
Wow. It almost seems like I followed up my statements. Wow, dude. Wow. I didn't say Biden is worse than Trump, you fucking moron. I'm not gonna be fucking friends with Destiny after this.
Excuse me.
Like, I'm not.
I'm sorry.
I can't.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
I respect myself a little bit more than that, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? This dude takes gigantic shits all over my career, everything I fucking stand for, belittles me, calls me a fucking LARPer accelerationist Bernie bro, engages in like these disingenuous ways of trying to fucking frame this argument in a way that makes himself look good because he can never fucking back down from anything, that he obviously does not care about the friendship that we fucking cultivated. And you guys want me to say thank you for giving me some water as he spits on my fucking face? Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, Destiny, by the way, sorry. Destiny was just critiquing him because he wants him to do better, right? Propaganda pieces. Doesn't really seem like he's just, you know, propaganda pieces. When he called it a propaganda pieces, doesn't really seem like he's trying to give me constructive criticism there, right? God. Yeah, okay. Unbelievable charitable interpretation of what you said, especially coming from the propaganda pieces. I didn't say I wouldn't vote for Biden. I just said he did. I just said I would move and live in the mountains on LOL on a televised TV segment where people could be watching and not have any understanding of actual positions. It's insanely easy to look at this and, yeah, this is my actual position. Like, it almost feels like Destiny heard the anarcho-primitivist part and then fucking tuned out. And I would love to see his take on this. I would love to see where he paused, because if he fucking watched through this, I provide additional reasons as to why I think Biden is bad.
Maybe I'll vote for Elizabeth Warren, but it's definitely the second best.
So if
option.
Joe Biden got the
which, by the way, not a fucking Bernie or bust position. Remember, I said I'll vote for Elizabeth Warren. Like, these are people I would vote for. Like, excited to vote for, because I think, unlike Destiny, I believe that our politicians need to fucking win our votes.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
This unbelievably charitable interpretation you've recently been involved in with the propaganda pieces. I didn't say I wouldn't vote for Biden. I just said I would move in and live in the mountains law on a televised TV segment. Like, what a fucking insane take. Where people could be watching and not understand any of your actual positions. What difference does that make? I followed it up. I literally followed that up on that television show as to why that's bad. And that is my actual position. I think that Joe Biden is so bad that he has the capacity to lose to fucking Donald Trump. But I'm the one who's mischaracterizing. I'm the one who's bad faith, dude. Remember? I'm the one who's fucking bad faith. Huh. Nice. Thanks, dude. Hey, thanks for the charitable takes on your friend who you're just simply trying to improve the argumentation on, by the way.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control.
Let's keep going. It's going to frustrate me even more. Projectstiny. Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad that Destiny's fucking so charitable, dude. So glad. It's insanely easy to look at this as an accelerationist Bernie or bust position. Yeah, I think my man doesn't understand what Bernie or bust means, or he didn't watch the video. Which one do you think happened? Which one do you think Wikipedia skimming Andy did? You think Wikipedia skimming Andy got frustrated when he heard me memeing and then stopped the video and then literally fucking followed through on the on a tangent about like, oh my fucking god, like whatever fucking gremlin-esque bullshit that he fucking pulled through? What do you think happened there? Do you think he followed through on the video, or do you think he just simply doesn't know what Bernie or bust means? Maybe he doesn't know what fucking Bernie or bust means. I don't know. What is the bust part of that, you think? Accelerationist, by the way. Said I would vote for fucking... He did watch it on stream. Yeah, I know he watched it on stream. I would love to see what happened. Bernie or bust, but didn't know Bernie Bro was a smear, by the way. Yeah, okay. That's fine.
I'm not
Whatever.
God.
Hey man, this is your best man. Please don't break up with Destiny. I wanted you guys together. So met up in real life and
fuck
make up
that
XD.
shit. Do you guys not understand? Be careful. You have the upper hand now. Don't dunk too hard or you might go Super Saiyan. You don't want someone like that going Super Saiyan. Not worth the hassle. What is he going to do? Fucking dox me? He already went Super Saiyan. He just claimed, like, he already went fucking Super Saiyan. And I'm showing you exactly how he was fucking disingenuous in the way he's framing shit. And then he claimed that we're fucking friends while going Super Saiyan. That is bullshit. privileged Trump having second term is more damaging for my future as an anchor baby, Muslim family, blah, blah, blah. This is almost as hilarious as saying that I'm worried about my future in America being half Cuban. Yeah, because the Trump administration definitely has a hate boner for Cubans in a similar fashion that they have for Muslims. Remember, Muslim ban, by the way, war in Iran, by the way, anchor babies, by the way, which is a pivotal fucking point in the Trump administration trying to overturn the 14th Amendment. But yeah, you know, Trump is definitely actively and deliberately persecuted Cubans in a similar fashion that they have to anchor babies. Thanks, Steve. Once again, either you don't have the facts or you just don't give a shit about the facts because you want to fucking belittle me and humiliate me. Okay? There are women who are having legislation passed against them as we speak in America, threatening their right to bodily autonomy as though I don't care. The implication that I don't care about this is so fucking disgusting to me that it's like one of the worst things. Like, this frustrates me more than anything else he's done. The implication that I am privileged and that I will not fucking advocate for, I'm not advocating for these fucking people. Holy shit. As we speak in America, like, I don't care about these people. My entire fucking, like, literally throughout the past 8 years, all I've done is advocate for the causes that he's fucking talking about and saying that I either don't believe in any of this or that, you know, I'm just too privileged to understand. Very cool. To try and draw a parallel or pretend like you're at risk in any way compared to these people is comical. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, our risk is the same. Just like I said that just like I said that, like, Joe Biden is definitely going to win, by the way. We're in the primaries, but Joe Biden is definitely going to win, right? Right, Destiny? Remember when you were so right about Joe Biden not dipping in the polls? You must know this. Do you think it's reasonable that Trump is honestly going to deport every single anchor baby in the U.S. or something? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Turn off the stream and gather your shit before you go off the deep end, please.
I'm sorry. Remember when we never thought that the concentration camps would get to the point that it got to? Remember when that never happened? He's right. You know, Trump is honestly not going to. Trump actively shitting on Muslims, and Trump actively fucking shitting on immigrants, and making a statement about reversing reversing anchor babies. Totally fucking the same. Oh my God, Jeb and all the other Destiny memers who are now going to be coming in here who did not see me actually rip apart like all of this shit. Good luck. Go back a couple minutes in the VOD, okay? Calling them concentration camps is 100% bad faith, you cretin. Okay. Good. Got it. Nice Destiny community you got here. Okay. I haven't looked into... I'm Bernie Bust. I am not. I only feel strongly about Joe Biden. I haven't looked into how you treat all candidates yet. Hey, guys, remember what I said here? Remember what I said here? Wait, where was it?
Americans
turn into a right. 36.
What the fuck was it?
Which I would regard as an inelastic...
agree on something. Neither of you like Joe Biden.
I'll vote for Elizabeth Warren.
Wait, remember when I said that? Which Destiny either didn't watch or worse, watched and then fucking avoided. Remember, guys? Remember when Destiny said, I'm Bernie or bust? I haven't looked into how you treat all candidates yet. Yeah, that didn't stop you from fucking behaving as though I'm Bernie or bust, though. But from what I've seen, your stance on Biden, Buttigieg, and Harris so far is 100% identical to what I'd expect from someone who is Bernie or bust. Oh, okay, that's enough then, I guess. That's enough. For me, like, don't watch the rest of the video. Don't see the reasons why I say I don't think Joe Biden is good. It's fine. It's fine. Destiny has his own feelings, and it's getting in the way of him, using kitty gloves and being charitable to his friend, right? And not seeing the facts. He watched this debate on stream, by the way. That's the main point here of contention. Rather than stating issues with most candidates, you seem to make it out that every other candidate is horrible, evil, uncaring person. That's because they are. Almost every single political operator is evil and uncaring and horrible. That has been my position consistently. I can talk about all of them individually if you would like. And the only reasonable alternative is Bernie or maybe Warren. Wouldn't surprise me to see the attack pieces on her soon too, to be honest. Yeah, if there are things that you can attack, by the way, that's not a Bernie or bust position. Like literally not a Bernie or bust position. Like if a Bernie or bust or an accelerationist, then why am I giving concessions to, to another person? Anyway, let's keep going. Functionally, the policy Harris supported resulted in schools referrals to police, leading them to being automatically referred to ICE. I'm not getting into this again. I'll just lay out the two different stances. You said Kamala Harris adopted a policy that made it so schools were referring undocumented children over to ICE. The reality, Kamala Harris adopted a policy that made it so undocumented immigrants charged with a crime were handed over to ICE.
Elizabeth Warren?
Maybe I'll vote for Elizabeth Warren, but
you'll vote for
Biden.
Biden.
Come on. Best
so if
option.
Joe Biden got the nomination and is running against President Trump, you would not vote for him?
I don't know.
I've
honestly considered.
Oh no, Hasan, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? Oh no.
Remember, this is before he decided that I was bad faith actor.
Oh, you absolutely. I would have voted for Hillary over Trump. You'd absolutely vote for Biden over Trump.
What do you mean? I did vote for Hillary over Trump. I advocated to vote for Hillary over Trump. Doesn't matter though.
Moving up into the mountains and living an anarcho-primitivist lifestyle of Joe Biden becomes the Democratic nominee. I think Trump has a chance of defeating Joe Biden. But worse than that, even if Joe Biden wins, I think we go back to business as usual politics here in America. And next time around, it's not going to be Donald Trump. It's actually going to be an ideologically minded fascist. Not a proto-fascist who kind of succeeded somehow and fooled Americans for long enough to get into a position of power, but an actual terrifying leader.
Oh, my goodness. Elizabeth Warren?
Maybe.
Yeah. I hate, guys, I hate being a bad faith actor by expecting candidates to not have like a morally repugnant track record. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. I'm so bad. I'm so fucking I'm such a bad faith actor, dude. Thank God Destiny is a good faith actor. Wait, $50 dono? Sorry for interrupting you. You sounded like my college professor. Introduction to Cultural Anthropology. Lol. Okay, now what? Greek WC. Holy shit. Thank you for the $50 dono, sir. Very nice of you. But you bashed Tulsi for it? We won't get into the Tulsi stuff right now. But are you trolling? I can't tell. Yeah, I am trolling. Of course I'm fucking trolling. Let's keep going. Where the fuck did the rest of this... Was it here? Oh. The reality, Kamala Harris adopted a policy that made it so that undocumented immigrants charged with a crime were handed over to ICE. These two policies are worlds apart, even if the latter might sometimes lead to the former. I can't be any more clear on this distinction. It seems pretty obvious to me. My point was, Kamala Harris supported a policy that got fucking children deported, and then she lied. She lied about not knowing the outcomes of those policies. Holy shit.
Don't apologize for having an actual ideology. Stay strong, friend.
Whew. Okay. And you all let Destiny get away with making
Steve is a
potential
troll.
rape analogies of women walking home alone at night as though it was an honest attempt at testing my moral system. I was making that analogy because you made the claim that you should never call the police. Where did I say that? I said you shouldn't call the police when you said that we should, like, what if I was scared of random people outside of my fucking house? Scared of random people outside of my fucking house. Should I call the police? Would I be morally culpable? I said yes, and you should not call the police in that circumstance. You should stop calling the police on random shit. But it's fine. That's fine. You know. You said never, even individuals not at home. You can watch the VOD. Yeah. The problem here is not my moral system, because obviously that's not even anywhere near my fucking moral system. I don't think that you should never call the fucking police. Okay? That's idiotic. I don't actually believe that you should never call the police. Okay, guys? Just like I don't believe that children should starve. You said it ironically when he asked some bullshit questions about it. It's bullshit again. He's trying to hold you to the fire on that. Again, the reason why he was making that analogy and the reason why I made that fucking claim, which I don't even remember, we'll look at it in a second, okay? I 100% remember you saying you would understand people calling the police under certain circumstances, like a break-in where they felt threatened. I literally said that. Like, I literally, like, if I on the one hand say, like, never call the police, then why would I fucking say, hey, there are, of course, circumstances in which calling the police is understandable, but the entire hypothetical is based off of a fucking faulty premise. I mean, it's a false dilemma that he set up.
Destiny is a shit writer, lol.
Like, which, by the way, nice of him not to, where is it? Nice of him not to address that, by the way. Hold on. I was making that analogy. You do it. You even do it slightly above in this very post. Yeah, I'm doing slightly. Again, guys, remember, if I said something ironically and then followed up with an obvious backing of that previous statement where I said we're backing down from that previous statement, why is Destiny still going off this tangent? Does Destiny really care about this at all? Does Destiny really care about finding out the truth of what my position is? Or do you think he only cares about his friend Destiny? His friend Hasan. Do you think Destiny cares about understanding the position of Hasan truly? Or do you think he only cares about winning the conversation? So weird.
Platform. Or the person who has an immigrant's perspective combating racism, or also unban him. E Plaza, I love you.
No, he said today he doesn't care about any of this. Yeah, I know. It's fucking disgusting. And that's not what fucking friends do. He said today he doesn't believe you were being ironic or memeing. Then why? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would I, on the one hand, say, you should never call the cops, and then on the other hand, turn around and say, no, of course there are circumstances where it's totally reasonable to call the fucking cops. Why? Why would I say that? Because I'm morally lucky, right? Ugh. Like, it can't be anything else. Anyway.
Lol.
Thank you, Jonathan. Okay. Schools could not have cooperated, but that's not the point, is it? When you brought up schools not cooperating, I was curious if you thought that schools or people in general should never call the police, as this is an insanely bold assertion. But when we tested that hypothesis, you didn't care to explore it because you realized your position was absurd. You had no desire to justify this position. No, I still don't think that schools should have resource officers. I think that's fucking crazy. That doesn't mean that schools should never fucking call the police. It is entirely different for a school to call a police officer. But if there is a new rule change in which there are no police officers in schools and there is a minor misdemeanor like a fucking fight that broke out and you know that the undocumented kid is going to get fucking yeeted, no, the school would be culpable and the school should not call the police in that circumstance. That is absolutely my position. That is absolutely my fucking position. Anyway. But when we tested the hypothesis, you didn't care to explore it because you realized your position was absurd. Okay. You had no desire. Yeah, my position that is like the norm all around the world is definitely the absurd one. That even Destiny's European fans were like, "What the fuck? You think you think cops should be in every school? Like, what's so weird? Like, that's so crazy."
I'm not.
You were
God.
just focused on the political agenda behind resisting ICE / helping undocumented immigrants. You know, because I'm privileged, by the way, but also so focused on my resisting ICE / helping undocumented immigrants position. Whether or not the arguments made sense never mattered. I asked the serfs to look at it, by the way, the Ben Burgess stuff. But keep focusing on ACAB memes or whatever you think I believe about never calling the cops under any circumstance or whatever. One thing I've learned when it comes to debating people is the value of asking them specific questions to force them to spell out or defend a position. I specifically presented you with multiple scenarios. Let's look through the scenarios, okay? Now that he said that, where's the fucking debate? Now that he said that, let's look through the scenario that Destiny presented because he just simply wanted to understand what my position was and make it stronger. Remember, guys? Remember that when Destiny did that for me? Okay.
They're from San Francisco.
All right, fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna
They
find
stopped.
Why do you keep giving me all of these weird libertarian arguments? Why are you concerned about people's freedom? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Why are you throwing all these like libertarian platitudes at me?
This is not a weird. Why are you saying that this is a weird libertarian?
Yeah, fuck freedom, by the way, guys. You know, totally fuck freedom. Thanks for being a good friend, Destiny. Why are you so concerned about freedom, you know? This is so witch hunty, lol. I'm out now. Shut the fuck up, JK Growling. Fuck you. Fuck you, witch hunty my ass. This is like everything literally hinges on this, okay? Like, the entire fucking conversation that has happened in the past, like, 48 hours is like Destiny called me a fucking bad faith actor, and then me saying, no, you're the bad faith one for claiming that you want to like solidify my positions or whatever, when in fact all you gave a shit about is like making it seem like I'm a fucking bad faith actor because you were fucking butthurt that your audience correctly called you out on you not doing your due diligence and dismissing my points by calling me a fucking Bernie bro and Bernie or bust. I've destroyed all your positions. This is just the race realism argument. Yeah. You're being disingenuous. Wait. We limit freedom of speech for good outcomes. He's simply applying that same thought process. Oh my God, dude. The fucking charity. Holy shit. Y'all should go give some of this charity to the fucking poor, underprivileged children. Oh, Tuss Brothers. Is HasanAbi still bitching about getting dunked by Chastity? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You should watch the rest of the video. All right. I specifically presented you with multiple scenarios to get your position on them. I say, fuck, where do I find this? Hold on.
Live in poor neighborhoods if they choose to call the
It's not about the context. It's the idea that the statement was that schools are referring juveniles.
We went through this already.
To start referring all undocumented people to ICE. That's what it sounds
I
like.
talked about how if someone was charged with a crime in the past, that's the only if someone was charged with a crime, and that was the main difference. They're not different. Like an officer that's planted at a school is literally fucking contacting federal authorities because he's like, oh, there was someone here that was charged with a fucking crime. Then yes, the schools are literally fucking like they are participating in this. They are complicit.
So should the schools have kicked out all the police officers? So should the schools have kicked out all the police officers then?
That would be one way of doing things. Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
okay, we can move on to the next thing, I guess. The
Wait, why are you just laughing and saying we need to move on?
Because it's fucking that's so fucking stupid. What do you mean? You just want to kick all police officers out of?
What do I mean? Do fucking schools need to have cops? Everywhere?
Some of them do. Yeah. What the fuck kind of statement is that? Yeah, of course some do. What do you mean?
What? Why? Cops should not be in fucking any schools. I feel like I've heard you debate people a million times over about how like it's kind of fucked up that we have cops in schools to begin with. What the fuck?
I feel like you went to a really nice school and you have no fuck.
Dude, this is so fucking disgusting, dude. Wait, why does it have 0 viewers? What the fuck? This is so fucking disgusting, dude. I feel like you went to a really nice school. Thanks, dude. I actually went to fucking public school in Turkey, okay? Give me a goddamn fucking break.
Fucking idea, like how dangerous some places.
In Turkey and in really fucking shitty neighborhoods as well. We never had cops. And in plenty of places, in almost all of Europe, there are no cops in fucking schools. This is crazy. It's like mind-boggling to me that Americans like legitimately believe that we need police officers inside of schools.
Okay.
And I've heard you say that it's fucked up that we have police officers inside of schools.
I don't remember the context. I don't.
That we literally have police officers inside of schools that were operating.
School disciplinary policies disproportionately target. Remember, I'm fucking privileged, by the way. School disciplinary policies disproportionately affect black students. Zero tolerance discipline has resulted in black students facing disproportionately harsher punishment than white students. Black students represent 31% of school-related arrests. Black students are suspended and expelled 3 times higher than white students. Students suspended or expelled for a discretionary violation are nearly 3 times more likely to be in contact with the juvenile justice system the following year. But no, I had the, hey guys, remember, I'm just a fucking libertarian, I guess, for thinking that, I'm just a libertarian, for thinking that cops in fucking schools is a bad thing. By the way, I mentioned the school to prison pipeline later in the debate.
As the school authority, also as the police officers that were working with federal authorities.
They're not operating. Why do you keep saying school authority? They're not operating under school authority. They're borrowing them from the police department. These aren't like cops.
School resource officers. A school resource officer, by federal definition, is a career law enforcement officer with sworn authority who is deployed by an employing police department or agency in a community-oriented policing assignment to work in collaboration or one or more schools. NASRO recommends that agencies select officers carefully for SRO assignments. See question below. Does NASRO certify school resource officers? NASRO trains but does not certify them. Are school resource officers usually armed? Yes, a school resource officer is commissioned, sworn law enforcement officer, not a security guard. NASRO recommends that all SRO issues be issued and carry all the same equipment they'd have in any other way. NASRO is aware, however, that few local jurisdictions unfortunately prohibit their SROs from carrying firearms when on school campuses, implying that obviously school jurisdiction sometimes can supersede the local precinct jurisdiction. The goals of well-funded, I'm not saying that they're not cops. I'm not saying that they're not operating as authorities. What are the appropriate roles? The goals of well-funded SRO programs include providing safe learning environments in our nation's schools, providing valuable resources to school staff members, fostering positive relationships with youth, developing strategies to resolve problems affecting youth, and protecting all students so that they can reach their fullest potentials. NASRO considers it a best practice to use a triad concept to define 3 main roles of a school resource officers: educator, aka a guest lecturer, informal counselor, mentor, and law enforcement officer. It almost seems like, I already said, he's a career law enforcement officer. I know he has sworn authority to federal jurisdiction. That doesn't fucking mean that SROs are not different. As I showed you right here, under certain jurisdictions where they still have to follow the protocol of the schools, and as evidenced by the fact that they have to get additional training to be school resource officers, I'm saying that school resource officers are different, categorically different than police officers that are just running around in precincts. Regardless of this, I'm saying that they should not exist in schools, and that a patrolman should be patrolling the neighborhood instead. Yeah. Immigration enforcement. No. Carefully selected, specially trained school resource officers who follow NASRO's best practices do not arrest students for disciplinary issues that would be handled by teachers and or administrators if the SROs are not there. On the contrary, SRO helps troubled students avoid involvement within a juvenile justice system. That's weird. It almost seems like they have like a different set of boundaries and a different set of rules that they have to abide by, which they still don't, which is why it's bad and they shouldn't do that. But anyway. Read the evidence for police being valuable in schools. Why are you dodging the evidence? What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? I just showed you the evidence why police being in schools is bad. Because it contributes to the school to prison pipeline. What are you talking about?
So, like, the school takes on and trains and runs under their own policies.
Out of control. I apologize for that.
By the DA. There are cops that are stationed in schools, but they're not like the school's cops. They don't like own them and set policy for them.
Okay. All right. Just for the record, though, nowhere else around the world, and in most places in America, I'm fairly certain that they don't have cops in schools.
Yeah, but in other places around the world, their schools don't get fucking... They said it in other places of the world, schools don't get fucking shot up like ours do. It's a lot different.
What?
In other schools in the world, they don't have fucking school shootings every other fucking day like ours do. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a relatively recent thing, but sure. What we're talking about is like 2009, when like school shootings had happened not as frequently as they do now.
Okay. Wait, when was
anyway,
Columbine?
Look, the reason why they have like the reason why schools the reason why schools have these cops to begin with, like, they could absolutely substitute it with a fucking security officer if that was what was necessary. And yes, I'm not backing down from my sentiment that yes, it is bad that schools have police officers.
Okay, so then your goal...
It's fucking nuts. How could you say that how could you say that a decent learning environment, or how could you defend the notion that the decent learning environment has a literal police officer that at any given moment could like lock up someone and play a part in the school to prison pipeline?
I'm not God.
I mean, they did this with ICE in Long Island as well, by the way, not just Kamala Harris. But like, they straight up yoinked under Donald Trump. They straight up yoinked fucking kids that they deemed were a part of MS-13, exclusively because of like t-shirts they were fucking wearing or things that they overheard them say, and literally deporting them. So,
But hey guys, no, Destiny is a good faith debater, and I'm just like misinformed and lying all the time. Remember that I just skim through Twitter threads, you know? I probably saw that in a Twitter thread. I probably didn't write an entire fucking article about how about the school to prison pipeline, and on top of that, how like cops being at schools are bad, and how ICE literally has operated this way, you know, school to deportation pipeline in Long Island. But you know, Destiny knows more because he talks faster. Destiny knows more because he saw like 3 fucking articles after looking at my Kamala Harris video and was like, this seems like I can own him. You know, God, he's so good.
Imagine going to any other country and like listening on their radio with a bunch of people talking about like, we just need to make sure, like, can you just imagine the ludicrous of that? Like, a teacher in a school like gets a gun out of their desk to go shoot another student that's shooting up the school. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, how can you think this is like a well-functioning society? You know, like,
Okay, that doesn't count. He's not talking about police officers in schools. He's talking about teachers having guns. Technically, to be fair.
Where's Mrs. Smith at? Oh.
If I was uncharitable like Destiny, I'd be like, haha, well, you're technically saying that a police officer has a gun and teachers also have a gun, so obviously you have a problem with having guns in a school owned by logic and reason. I am smart. But instead, because I'm not a fucking uncharitable dick, I'm going to say that, you know.
Imagine going to any other country.
You skimmed past the SRO article? Oh, I'm sorry. Instead of looking at the National Association of School Resource Officers who say that they have to fucking that they have to exist in schools, instead of looking at that, I decided to actually look at a better fucking publication that would probably be a little less biased than the literal publication who's going to justify its existence, right? But no, I'm the uncharitable one. I'm fucking crazy. No, you know what? You're right. You're right. Oh, wait. According to the Justice Policy Institute, where the fuck was it? Holy shit. According to the Justice Policy Institute, there is no evidence to show that expanding law enforcement by adding SROs actually results in safer schools. In fact, the data shows really otherwise, that this is a largely failed approach in devoting a significant amount of resources, but not getting the outcome in school safety that we are all looking for. Another anecdotal evidence that I can give you in regards to, safety resource officers not doing jack shit is the Parkland shooting, where they literally didn't do anything. And if, oh my God, there are people who are saying NPR not biased. Oh, I guess these guys can't be Destiny. Like, Destiny's fan base isn't this fucking dense, right? There's no way, right? Like, his audience is not like, there's no, DGGers are not like this dense. Who knows? I mean, wait. I followed up the data, or at least a summarization of the data, and then I gave an anecdote. It's not like I gave anecdotal evidence. Are you guys fucking insane? Why are you only looking up anecdotes? Oh my fucking God, dude. Okay. It's cancer. I don't know why I ever engaged anyone. Okay, let's watch
and like
this.
Listening on their radio with a bunch of people talking about like, we just need to make sure, like, can you just imagine the ludicrous of that? Like, a teacher in a school like gets a gun out of their desk to go shoot another student that's shooting up the school. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, how can you think this is like a well-functioning society? You know, like.
Fish. Stop. Stop. Fish. Oh, dude, you are getting the cone. Come here.
Where's Mrs. Smith at? Oh, she just got her AR-15 out of the closet and she's gonna go execute Johnny because he's going on a fucking shooting spree in the gym. Like, tell the 6th graders class is gonna be delayed by at least an hour. Like, Jesus fuck. Imagine going to any other country.
Yeah, this is him talking about teachers arming themselves, so it's not the same. You could still make the argument if I was, like I said, if I was disingenuous. Okay, MeVQQ says this is selective bias. Suck my dick. You're done. Okay.
No, it's pretty fucked up. My position is that, no, they shouldn't have police officers in schools. And even if you have police officers in schools, they should not cooperate with fucking ICE.
So do you think it would be fair to say that if somebody was arrested in a mall for stealing by like a mall cop, that it was like an actual police officer, would you think it'd be fair to say that malls are referring undocumented immigrants to ICE? Is that like a fair statement?
A child has to go to a school. A child doesn't have to go to malls. A mall does not have any sort of protection over does not have any sort of like de facto parental supervision over the well-being of an undocumented citizen. A school has a much higher like level of caretaking. That is legal. That is their legal obligation. So for Destiny to bring up yet another dumbass hypothetical like this in an argument is really fucking pathetic. I'm sorry. See, people are like, that's a valid hypothetical. That is a valid hypothetical. Like that people are saying that this is like, how is this a valid analogy? Oh, Jesus Christ. I think the hypothetical is pretty valid, in my opinion. Schools are responsible as soon as you step in until you get home. Malls are, I fucked it up. I said they're private or whatever. Malls are, I said they're public. But, like, malls are spaces. Oh, my God. Malls have no obligation to protect the students. Malls have no obligation to protect the fucking people that are in the mall, like their well-being. They don't have like a legal responsibility. Even right to bear arms. Destiny's fucking mod is like on my side on this. Schools literally have a duty of care over the children in their premises by law. Malls have no such thing. It's an invalid analogy. Chat can fuck off. Jesus Christ. Is that what it takes? Under these circumstances, will you fucking finally admit this? Look, and by the way, listen, guys. Listen. This doesn't mean Destiny's a bad person. He's sure as hell behaving like a bad person. But don't fucking think that like he's on some like beautiful conquest to arrive at the fucking truth, dude. Wait, why do you always need other people to explain your position so they make sense? I fucking said that. I literally said schools have a legal obligation to take care of their take care of the children as like the de facto parents, like de facto guardianship. That's literally what I said. Are you guys this fucking dense that like when you read it, when you read like someone else saying it, oh my fucking God. Whew. Your turn really hurts you here. You need to stay cool and stop resorting to insulting people. I 100% agree with your points. Okay, sorry. You guys are right. I'm getting too fucking... I need to chill out. I need to be cool as a cucumber like Destiny. Let's keep going.
If malls had like...
skipping through this shit. I said I fucked up. I said like, malls are private, public, whatever.
At resource
big L, like I'll admit, big L in the marketplace of ideas once again. Don't forget though, faulty premise, but still an L, okay? Faulty premise, a false analogy on Destiny's behalf, but I still take the L there.
A separate distinction from a fucking police officer, given the fact that like resource officers have, I'm fairly certain, go through different sets of training and like, and are not like, they're not operating as like full-blown fucking state troopers, basically. That schools should not need to have them, and they shouldn't even have them.
Wait, do you think school resource officers never refer children to police stations for like crimes or whatever? You don't think that ever happens?
Of course they do. Of course they do. I'm saying that that's bad.
The Washington Post reported that over 40% of schools affected by gun violence employed an SRO. There have only been 2 incidents in 19 years in which a resource officer gunned down an active shooter as of 2019. 2 incidents. Holy shit.
Across the board. And certainly when you understand that those...
By the way, just for the record, I just want to state something again. Like, now that we're doing post-debate analysis here, and I'm, like, going over it over and over again, I just want to make sure. The reason why I'm frustrated is because I'm right. The reason why I'm frustrated is because I am not only more knowledgeable, but also right. But Destiny is rhetorically better. He is an incredibly skilled debater. I've always said this. So... a lot of the frustrations that I have stem from the fact that he will overwhelm the
Not
shit out of
disputing
me.
evidence before dismissing it because it comes from the government is the same type of.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my fucking god. Not only am I right, but I also have factually correct information on my side, but it doesn't matter because, again, like, it's... Debating technique is not the same as demagoguery. Really, although the latter does work in practice, sadly, your BS is so see-through at this point, though. How? Wait, I'm sorry. How is this? Wait, what did you just see? Did we not establish that a school and a mall have different fucking legal jurisdictions? I think people are trying to say you are trying to blame your own fuck-ups on Destiny and the rhetoric. What are you talking about? Substantiation meme. Heck yes, mom, get the tea. This is not substantiation. I mentioned it here. I mentioned that the fucking schools... I mentioned that school resource officers are bad. I mentioned that it fucking contributes to the school to prison pipeline. Like, what do you mean substantiation? Just because I didn't have the fucking facts immediately because I can't Google as quickly as Destiny in the moment of a debate that, like, I'm substantiating? Get the fuck out of here, dude. He literally pulls Google Scholar research that you dipshits in DGG pull for him in the midst of a debate, and you think he's, like, not substantiating his points by, like, literally fucking things that he doesn't even read? What are you talking about? When I say something, it's backed by actual factual evidence that I know that I just haven't fucking pulled in that moment. God, this is so frustrating, man. Just going forward, if you don't have a fucking point, I'm pulling a we need to be better than this meme. Going forward, I'm just banning people if they don't have a point. Your density obsession is exposing you at this point? What? This is not a Destiny obsession. He literally did this exact same fucking thing where he went through all of my videos and called them trash and shit all over me for the past 4 hours. Of course, I'm going to retaliate by looking through the debate and doing a post-debate analysis to showcase all of my points piece by piece. This is what 90% of the fucking community wanted. And then now, all of a sudden, when I'm doing it, everyone's like, fuck, you're so obsessed with Destiny.
Thing was that youths were only reported to federal immigration authorities if they convicted of felony. But
no, not convicted. Just charged.
What?
Not convicted of a felony, just charged.
Destiny, why are you not hearing the words I'm saying? I said the previous, the previous rule of the land, which is an understandable and reasonable one, is that if you were convicted of a felony, then yes, you were you were sent over to federal immigration authorities.
Mm-hmm.
And and then despite the Newsom vetoed legislation, the board had enough votes to override his veto and pass the law without a signature. Despite this, Newsom refused to follow the legislation and ordered the city to continue reporting undocumented juvenile suspects to ICE. So, like, not only just functionally, but like school authorities were literally still participating in cooperating with the federal authorities, like with the immigration authorities.
For people that were charged with a crime. Not just going through, when you say, again, the difference is if you have somebody that doesn't...
Oh, okay, so you're upset that I should have... You're upset at the thing that I elaborated on further in like the next couple of seconds when I mentioned that this was something that changed the previous law, which I just mentioned to you, right? And that I mean, that was literally, like, I mentioned
Flat Earthers arrive at their conclusion
right
because they
after
dismiss government evidence
It's not
before
about the
refuting it. And
context.
so
It's
did
the
you
idea
about
that the statement
Hasan's
was
effect at
that
schools.
schools are
Five head.
referring juveniles
Refunding
to
this
ICE.
dipshit.
That's not really true. It doesn't really capture what's going on. It's people that are charged with a crime are being referred to ICE. These are two totally different worlds.
Okay. but I literally
I
followed
think the
that up
issue
with
Destiny
context
had was
right
that the
after.
way you framed
The
your
context
argument.
doesn't change
You
anything
made
you
it
just
seem like
said.
the
You make it
schools
sound
were
like Kamala
maliciously
basically
deporting
passed a
kids.
law telling schools
When
to
there's
start
really
referring all
undesirable
undocumented
consequences
people
of reporting
to
that these kids aren't going to school.
Guys, that's not a real issue. The real issue is like he's making me say that like I'm trying to make Kamala look bad. What's the fucking worlds apart difference between Kamala Harris supported a policy that got schools to deport undocumented kids versus Kamala Harris supported a policy that that functionally forced schools to deport undocumented kids by getting their school resource officers to cooperate with federal authorities when they were not convicted but charged simply under suspicion of committing a crime. In certain instances, literally like fucking stealing 46 cents. 12-year-olds got deported for stealing 46 cents. That was Kamala Harris's policy. Like, I mean, that was the Kamala Harris. That was the policy that Kamala Harris supported and then lied about supporting. That's the point. Is there a giant difference between the two? I don't fucking think so. But Destiny makes it seem like there's worlds apart. Worlds apart, dude. Worlds apart. Also, mall is the same as a school, by the way.
To ICE. That's what it sounds
I
like.
talked about how if someone was charged with a crime in the past, that's the only if someone was charged with a crime, and that was the main difference. Like that's literally that is the con.
Someone said I'm calling BS on the $46 claim. Thank you for doing this, person. I mean, it doesn't matter how relentlessly I shit on you guys with facts. It literally doesn't matter. I know that you're gonna still be like, Destiny's still right. It doesn't fucking matter. But 46 cents, right? Interesting. Multiple juveniles face deportation over relatively minor crimes. In another instance, a 13-year-old and his family faced deportation after he punched another boy at school and stole 46 cents. But hey, guys, remember, it's a big difference, right? It's a big difference, dude. It's a big difference, dude.
Context that you need. I don't understand. I mean, by the way, consequence.
You punched him too? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. 13-year-olds are totally. 13-year-olds should totally get fucking deported for, and their families too, for punching a fucking another boy at school and stealing 46 cents. You guys were right. Sorry. You guys fucking owned me, dude. You guys fucking owned me, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. 13 years old. Yeah, no, the punishment certainly fits the crime. That's my point. The punishment does not fit the crime. Oh, fuck. I forgot. You guys are Destiny fans. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, no, totally.
Destiny doesn't give a shit about the kids that got deported or the ones in the detention camps. He just wants to be right because you got so defensive and made this personal and he was bullied as a kid and doesn't know how to resolve that.
Functionally, they're not different.
They're absolutely different.
How? Like, if a school, if an officer that is planted at a fucking school is literally, an officer that's planted at a school is literally fucking contacting federal authorities because he's like, oh, there was someone here that was charged with a fucking crime, then yes, the schools are literally fucking they are participating in this. They are complicit.
So should the schools have kicked out all the police officers? So should the schools have kicked out all the police officers then?
That would be one way of doing things. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we can move on to the next thing, I guess. The
Wait, why are you just laughing and saying we need to move on?
Because it's fucking that's so fucking stupid. What do you mean? You just want to
wait? Someone said, why did you leave out the assault and only the 46 cents? Oh, because I forgot. Like, easy answer. The 46 is like is a number. Yeah, I forgot.
Police officers out of.
I still, for the record, I still don't think a 13-year-old should get fucking their entire family deported for punching someone. And then, by the way, not even like, we don't even know if this is true. It's just, it's due process, by the way, but no due process under these circumstances. Remember, I didn't even leave out the assault in the post. Yeah, I didn't even leave out the assault in the post either.
Fucking schools need to have cops everywhere?
Some of them
Like,
do,
don't-
yeah. What the fuck kind of statement is that? Yeah, of course some do. What do you mean?
What? Why? Cops should not be in fucking any schools. I feel like I've heard you debate people a million times over about how like it's kind of fucked up that we have cops.
No, a 13-year-old doesn't get the cops called. Then suddenly they're exposed to being here illegally, which leads to their deportation. I'm confused with your point here. Dude, the point is, school resource officers should not be fucking in the schools to begin with. And certainly not, especially when this new law changed, in which they completely threw out due process, and people who were charged, not convicted, charged, kids who were charged would get fucking yeeted out of the country. Okay? This is so dumb. And then also, she lied. That's the main point. It's not even the policy. That's why I'm so fucking pissed off. She lied about like the intentions. And by the way, PolitiFact, dude, like Destiny's favorite Pinocchio PolitiFact website. 100 kids got deported, by the way, because of this. Oh my God, he agreed with you. The law is bad. It's much worse. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is so... This is the outcome. I hope Destiny realizes that this is the outcome. The outcome of his debate with me and framing the situation as though I was like making this gigantic fucking like lie is now people literally trying, in order to defend him, giving me the most reactionary fucking takes. Takes that he himself would not agree with. Thank you, Destiny. Now half your fucking fan base are saying 13-year-olds should get deported for being illegal immigrants here if they punch someone. Thanks. Good job, Destiny. I'm sure that was what you were interested in doing because you're so honest. Nice. Because, like, a lot of people, like, I think he genuinely doesn't understand. Like, while he's getting so fucking butthurt and triggered and claiming, like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that you wouldn't, like, vote for Joe Biden, which I said I'd have a hard time. And, like, I would, especially as we're in the primaries, and then followed up with reasons as to why. Because that is my point. I don't want Joe Biden to be the fucking candidate. I love that, though. I fucking love that, like, you know, he's so triggered of my meme on local television, but he'll spend 5.5 hours shitting on me, okay? And then knowing full well that his fucking community is going to parrot those views. Why can't you just agree with the Destiny that the wording was poor and drop it? Hey, no pickle 0. Thank you for being a subscriber for 4 months and being this dense. I literally said in the beginning, hey, I should have worded it better. Destiny said, these two things are worlds apart and you're lying. My concession came immediately. You know that, right? Functionally, it's still the same, and I maintain that position because the outcomes are the same, as Destiny is a consequentialist. But I literally conceded in the beginning. How are you a 4-month subscriber of me and like and you're this much of a do you have this much of a fucking hard on for Destiny? You conceded, and he spent the entire debate. You conceded, and he spent the entire rest of the debate bringing it up like you hadn't.
Schools to begin with.
Because while I concede that I should have worded it better, I still maintain the position to this day that functionally those two, the outcomes of those two things are indifferent, especially because I'm not having a fucking conversation about the morality of schools or whatever. I'm having a conversation about Kamala Harris lying about a policy that was devastating for undocumented citizens. That's the fucking point. The point is not
Hi, new to this
Holy
stream.
shit.
Whose destiny?
It's not like he's doing what he does to make you look bad. Yes, he was. He 100% was. He 100% was.
What the fuck?
I
Wait,
feel
you
like you
really
went to.
think
I feel like you went to a really nice school, and you have no fucking
No, I
idea like
didn't.
how
I went
dangerous
to
some
Knocky,
places.
and in
Okay.
really fucking shitty neighborhoods as well. We never had cops, and in plenty of
Again, totally honest debating tactic, implying that you must be privileged. I feel like you must be privileged. You must have went to a really nice school. But yo, I can't. I ad hom him so much, dude. Motherfucker went to private school and he's over here talking shit.
places in almost all of Europe, there are no cops in fucking schools. This is crazy. It's like mind-boggling to me that Americans like legitimately believe that we need police officers inside of schools.
I'm so glad he belittled my entire career just
Okay.
on
I
fucking,
heard
you know,
say that it's
just
fucked
on
up that
some
we have
memes.
police officers inside of schools.
I don't
But
remember
that
the
doesn't change
context. I
reality
don't.
That we literally have police officers inside of schools that were operating as the school authority, also as the police officers that were working with federal authorities.
They're not operating.
Nothing
Why do you
was
keep
said.
saying school authority? They're not operating under school authority. They're borrowing them from the police department. These aren't like cops that like the school like takes on and trains and runs under their own policies. These are people that follow the policies set by the DA. There are cops that are stationed in schools, but they're not like the school's cops. They don't like own them and set policy for them.
Okay. All right.
Again, they have a different set of training. So that's not true. They have the authority of an actual cop, but they have a different set of training to operate within schools. That was my point. Obviously, school jurisdiction, given the fact that there are like literal legal boundaries of what a school can and can't do to the children, because they are basically a de facto guardian at that point. The police officers can't just like fucking willy-nilly dunk on kids and beat the shit out of them. They do though. They still do. Especially in poor neighborhoods, by the way.
Just for the record, though, nowhere else around the world, and in most places in America, I'm fairly certain that they don't have cops in schools.
Yeah, but in other
And
places
I
around
was wrong about this. I didn't realize that there were cops in like fucking so many different schools in America.
the world,
cops
their
in
schools
schools
don't get fucking. They said it in other places of the world. Schools don't get fucking shot up like ours do. It's a lot different.
What?
In other schools in the world, they don't have fucking school shootings every other fucking day like ours.
Again, by the way, I literally can't hear him half the time when these debates are happening, as evidenced by the fact that I said, what?
Do. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a relatively recent thing, but sure. What we're talking about is like 2009 when like school shootings had happened not as frequently as they do now.
okay. Wait, when was
Anyway, look,
Columbine?
the reason why they have like the reason why schools the reason why schools have these cops to begin with, like they could absolutely substitute it with a fucking security officer if that was what was necessary. And yes, I'm not backing down from my sentiment that yes, it is bad that schools have police officers.
Okay, so then your goal.
It's fucking nuts. How could you say that how could you say that a decent learning environment, or how could you defend the notion that the decent learning environment has a literal police officer that at any given moment could like lock up someone and play a part in the school to prison pipeline? I mean, they did this with ICE in Long Island as well, by the way, not just Kamala Harris, but like they straight up yoinked under Donald Trump. They straight up yoinked fucking kids that they deemed were a part of MS-13 exclusively because of like t-shirts they were fucking wearing or things that they overheard them say, and literally deporting
For
them.
some reason, I can't
So,
clip ATM. But
you know,
this was his
it's
take when
pretty
I
fucked up.
asked him about the point of primaries. I'd give you saw it. It seems silly.
Is the point of primaries not to establish one candidate over the others? Why would people like Hasan not fight for their candidate to win? It would be different if he was engaging this way after the primaries had been decided.
I don't know. Maybe people are different. When I think of the candidate that I want to win, when I think of like Bernie or Warren, I think I want them because they have the best record in terms of their voting, because they have the best policy visions. I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down as much as possible. That sounds like some partisan hackery. But
What the fuck? If you think that that's like, bro, first of all, I'm sorry to say this, but like, not only are you a Twitch streamer, but you're a Twitch streamer who like doesn't understand what political commentators are supposed to do. And you're a Twitch streamer who talks about politics who doesn't understand what partisan is. Like, you really should stop talking about this stuff. You really should stop talking about this stuff before you do a little bit more due diligence, man. Instead of trying to shit on me, look, as the friendship that we once had, here is some friendly advice, like, you know, how you in a friendly fashion tried to make my arguments better. Stop trying to fucking dunk on me to make yourself fucking feel better, and then read some books, okay? Seriously. Like, get a better, deeper understanding. Get a better, deeper understanding of, like, what the primaries are supposed to be and, like, what to expect. Like, how else are you supposed to fucking compare candidates? Like, what you just mentioned. Oh, my God. My man is like,
I don't get what's so hard for you to understand. Imagine a headline saying Hasan punches woman, but in reality you acted in self-defense as she was attempting to rob you at knife point. Functionally you still punched a woman, but the scenarios vastly differ.
oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'm not God.
4 months Poggy Woggy don't explode XD.
Me punching a person in self-defense.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Or punching a woman in self-defense. Yes, functionally, the outcome is the same. But schools, like children in schools, still got deported.
I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
In both scenarios, unless you agree contextually with schools, schools participating in the deportation of children that they are legally liable for. Unless you think that that does not mean that does not have any sort of meaning here.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Then maybe your analogy would work.
I apologize for that.
Thank you, Jay Prowl, for the gift subs. No, I think that person was...
I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
But that's, I mean, like, I don't know. That's how I view things. I understand, like, different people might view things in different ways. But,
wait, I want to watch...
decided.
I don't know. Maybe people are different. When I think of the candidate that I want to win, when I think of, like, Bernie or Warren, I think I want them because they have the best record in terms of their voting, because they have the best policy visions. I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down as much as possible.
Yet in Destiny is.
That's not an excuse, Pogus Champus, for arguing in bad faith and like belittling your fucking friend.
Because they have the best policy positions. I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down as much as possible. That sounds like some partisan habit.
How would you compare other candidates to your candidates and their best policy positions in a primary where you understand that they're like literally their track record is the most important distinction? What, like, I can't get over this, dude. I'm sorry, but I can't get over the audacity of a person whose understanding is so like childish over primaries that it literally seems like he just got politically engaged 2.5 years ago. Like, I know it's a fucking ad hom and it sounds hard to hear, but like, if this is your analysis, then like I said, instead of trying to tear me down and tear my videos down and call me a fucking disingenuous, like politically motivated, bad faith actor, you should probably educate yourself on everything that you talk about. Holy shit. This is not going to blow over soon. I've spent hours shitting on him back now. God damn, dude. Just so many fucking people think like Destiny is so in the right in every respect all the time across the board. Damn, dude, I went into DGG to see what the fuck they were talking about. Yeah, Hasan, you don't give a fair interpretation of anyone who's not Bernie, says deep state agent. Yeah, you fucking dipshits. Yeah, run around. Run away. Run the fuck away, dude. Moonfish, someone kill Hasan. Thanks. Bald on bald crime, Mr. Mooten. So fucked. So fucked, Mr. Mooten.
I'm not God.
Destiny wants to get by on bullshit.
Cube said, HasanAbi, can you send Destiny some Twitter threads to read? I really should. I really should link Destiny some Twitter threads to read. Remember, because like, this clip aged well. What is this?
You know, he's looking at the other side. We know when the Nazis go too far. I'm just simply asking questions about when the left goes too far.
It depends on what you mean by evil, by the way. It depends on... Thank you, Anonymous.
Excuse me.
Gift sub for the 5
I'm out of control.
gift
I
subs in the
apologize
community.
for that.
Destiny is called a copy strike ban on people for far less. You're getting a TOS
Excuse
ban,
me.
buddy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay,
I'm out of control.
dude.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, okay. Deep State Agent, I want to know what your true opinions are, okay? That's why I went to DG.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
All right, let's keep going with this debate. Fuck, man.
My position is that no, they shouldn't have police officers.
Excuse
in
me.
schools.
I'm
And even
sorry.
if you have
I'm
police
out of
officers in
control. I
schools, they should
apologize for
not
that.
cooperate with fucking ICE.
So, do you think it would be fair to say that if somebody was arrested in a mall for stealing by like a mall cop, that it was like an actual police officer, would you?
Again,
think
we talked about this already. Faulty analogy. Fucking
Cop
God.
would
Why did I go back on this?
hold
Okay.
a school in a totally
resource officers never refer? You're saying that you shouldn't have any police or resource officers at your school
Another
at all,
BS
otherwise
by
the school is
Destiny.
complicit. And with
Acts
the
as if the
DA,
only options are look at track record, without comparing, or cheer through of everyone else. Like nothing else exists.
like census policy, is that?
Well, my opinion, which I carefully mentioned in that after the statement, is that it is a bad policy and was countered quite rigorously, which Gavin Newsom didn't care for, which Kamala Harris literally defended and then lied about defending.
Sure, and it was probably a bad policy because they were referring people to ICE based on charges and not convictions. That's the bad part. But it has nothing to do with schools referring children to ICE. Schools didn't do it. It had to do with police charges.
No, I agree that it was a bad policy because you could throw out due process and fucking and kick out children from this country. Yes.
Well, I don't know if it's about throwing out due process, but like it's
charging someone.
Okay, guys. Hey, remember when Destiny said, I don't know about kicking out, I don't know about due process? Remember when Destiny engaged with that too? Spoiler alert. That is the main distinction. Like, that's literally, that is, like, he's wrong. He didn't do his reading, and he's wrong. Once again, I'm right, and I mention it, and it looks like I'm wrong because Destiny is calm and collected.
It was different than a conviction, right?
Yeah, but they're not being convicted of a crime. They're being deported for being an illegal immigrant.
And he's literally running around. He's jumping around here. Wait, by the way, didn't he fucking answer this actually in the thread? Hold on. Where was it? Where the fuck is my thread, dude? I can't even. Oh, Destiny's completely destroying Hasan. Is this the Destiny wants to remain morally consistent? Okay. Oh, fuck. There's going to be 120 mentions of Destiny on here, of course. Oh, no. Neo Destiny is better. Thank God. But keep focusing on ACAP memes. One thing I've learned is every single time you affirm some level of you're responsible for immigrants getting deported if you call the police, which leads pretty easily to you should never call the cops. To both illustrate your privilege and the absurdity of this position, I specifically asked about a woman walking alone in an alley. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And you weaseled your way out of responding to this by, I wouldn't call the cops if that's just me. Like, no fucking shit, dude. You're a huge shredded dude. I said it was okay to call the cops in that circumstance, but it's fine. I guess Destiny can continue on this narrative. Having said all this, Destiny should literally deplatform me. I mean, I hope with some persuasion, your arguments can become better. But right now, you're essentially just functioning as a propaganda arm, pushing the Bernie or bus memes. Remember, guys, Destiny and I are good friends, okay? Destiny and I are good friends. Spent literally the entire day just trying to make me better, dude. Trying to make me better, dude. He's just trying to make me better. He's just
interesting thing.
Right now, he's just trying to save me from being a propaganda
arm. They had a new
arm.
question about if we were immigrants in the last 3 years. It wasn't there last year. I wonder why they want to know in my red state.
Bernie or bus memes, while some things are claiming not to do so, I don't agree that you can just hand wave all of my arguments away by screeching semantics or bench bureau or straw man the same way so many conservatives have done before you. Oh, by the way, Destiny's wrong on due process. We weren't talking about due process on the charges in the U.S. We were talking about due process of them being deported. Kamala didn't remove due process from the immigrants by having them referred to ICE. This is a lie, okay? Like, this is a slimy way of him avoiding the actual point of that regulation change, okay? Like, if he had done his fucking reading instead of, tripping over himself, trying to fucking shit on me, he would know that that is the main point, okay? That is the main fucking point of the rule change. All right, where the fuck is it? Where is my link? God damn it.
You position yourself as aligned with the
Sorry, I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Hold on. Okay. I tried to read this to him during the debate, and it got fucked up. Where is it? The City Board of Supervisors passed legislation making it so that youths could only be reported to federal immigration authorities if convicted of a felony. Due process, okay? If convicted of a felony and due process. That's what I mean when I say due process.
I'm out of control. I apologize.
After
for that.
Newsom vetoed the legislation, the board had enough votes to override his veto and pass the law without a signature. Despite this, Newsom refused to follow the legislation and ordered the city to continue reporting undocumented juvenile suspects to ICE. That is where Destiny lied. If he had read this article, or if he had read any articles on this issue, or instead of trying to fuck me over in a conversation, he would literally know that the main point of contention with this rule change was the fact that they were throwing out the due process for those fucking crimes. Fuck. What does DGG have to say about that? What the fuck do you dipshits have to say about this, huh? Oh, it's you ad-hommed him and intentionally pissed him off. Hi guys. Did you guys get that point, or? Oh, you weren't listening. It's okay. It's fine. None of you motherfuckers ever listen anyway, I think. Some of you do. There are some very good people in DGG. You're oblivious, holy fuck. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. This is like I'm exposing exactly the ways Destiny said, how do I lie? How am I a bad faith actor? I'm showing you guys the disingenuous fucking ways in which Destiny argues, and it's still not enough.
I understand, and I don't. Obviously, I have a problem with that, regardless.
Sure, but I'm saying that has nothing to do with. But that has nothing to do with due process.
If they were actually charged and they had due process and they were deported after they were convicted, then yeah, that's a completely understandable situation.
No. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on.
We can have a conversation about that. That's a separate conversation.
I don't know what due process means to you. So due process, means that if you are charged with a crime, right, you have a right to a public and speedy trial and all that shit. That's like due process.
Wait, Miss Catherine, he's not disingenuous for being wrong. He's disingenuous for thinking I'm wrong, not doing the fucking reading himself, and then continuing to fucking skirt along and muddy the waters when we're having a conversation about criminal convictions versus charges, okay? That's why he's being disingenuous. That is a disingenuous debate tactic, and he obviously didn't fucking do the research. How can you still defend him? I did read the fucking article before I made the video. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm sensitive because there are actual...
If you're referred as an illegal immigrant under current U.S. standing law, you can be deported for that.
Can you timestamp the part where you brought it up? Oh, you mean the part that we literally just watched?
Charged with a crime, right? You have a right to a public and speedy trial and all that shit. That's like due process. If you're referred as an illegal immigrant under current U.S. standing law, you can be deported for that. There is no due process needed for that. We're not violating due process.
Yes, and we all operate with that understanding.
The difference here is that the rule change that Gavin knew, if Destiny actually read, come on guys, if Destiny actually read this article, he would know that the main difference here is literally the fact that it was going to be a conviction versus a charge. That is literally the rule change that we're arguing on, that Kamala Harris supported. Either he does not understand what he's talking about and he's purposely trying to fucking muddy the waters, or what? Some of you guys are excusing him by saying he's just being stupid. He didn't read the Twitter thread like you. I didn't get this information from the fucking Twitter thread. I used the Twitter thread because it was a good way to compile these ideas. I obviously knew all of this shit. Otherwise, how the fuck would I pull it, out of my ass in the midst of a debate?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Any institution that is tasked with educating kids should be playing a part, willingly or unwillingly, in the deportation of juveniles without even their day in court.
Yeah, but
that was
my
point.
There is no
wait. I think that's your point as well.
No. There is no day in court for an illegal immigrant to fight being an illegal immigrant. That's not the due process we're talking about.
Okay, wait. Let me just understand
No,
that a little
wait,
bit.
wait,
And I think
wait.
that's your point as well.
No. There is no day in court for an illegal immigrant to fight being an illegal immigrant. That's not the.
Okay. Wrong again, Bob. Destiny also doesn't know this. And he, sometimes when he says shit so convincingly, I get fucking flustered because I'm not a very confident person because unlike the morally lucky memes, I constantly fucking second guess myself and I'm afraid of being wrong or I'm afraid of being fucking, like, I don't have the confidence of Mr. Bonello here, okay? I don't have the confidence of Mr. Bonello to talk out of my fucking ass when having this conversation with someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. Not only is the main point of contention here that they took away due process in regards to the criminal conviction versus charges and the misdemeanor offenses, immigrant children and immigrant parents also still have due process, and he's fucking wrong. He is flat out wrong.
The due process we're talking about.
Why do you think sanctuary cities exist? Point as well.
No. There is no day in court for an illegal immigrant to fight being an illegal immigrant.
That's so strange that he said that. So strange of a person who has spent the past 5 hours taking dookies all over my fucking disingenuous, bad faith propaganda videos, and yet he doesn't know a fucking single thing. Doesn't know a single fucking thing he says in any of these debates. And this is precisely what I mean. Motherfucker, you are the morally lucky one, bitch. Just because I literally mentioned this in the thread. Where I said Kant obviously morally justified his axioms, but he was still oblivious to the reality of black people and white people being equals. Okay? So you can justify your fucking morality till the cows come home, but you can still be a total fucking moron when it comes to actual facts. Jesus Christ. Facts don't care about your fucking feelings, Destiny.
That's not the due process we're talking about.
Why do you think sanctuary cities exist?
God, I've been yelling too much. Holy shit. I'm going to get fucking evicted. I swear to God, I'm going to get evicted. Fuck. Okay. I need to chill out.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is that fucking thread? I'm not done with this shit, dude. Where is that thread? Where was his answer? Where the fuck was his answer to this? Kamala didn't remove due process from the immigrants by having them referred to ICE. They would still have their same due process in contesting deportation. Interesting. Maybe he did a little bit of reading after, huh? It seems like Destiny did a little bit of reading after this debate because right here he said there's no due process for immigrants contesting their day in court. Seems a little disingenuous, seems a little weird that he would go back, do some reading, so in order not to look like a fucking dumbass. Oh wait, maybe he read the post I posted in his subreddit about, not this one, under another one, where I was like, Destiny is literally wrong about due process under every circumstance. It was is this the hill that Hasan wants to die on? So weird. It seems like Daddy doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about a lot of times, and he's just substituting it with confidence and bravado, which I respect him for, because rhetorically, in a debate, all you need to do is overwhelm your fucking opponent, because facts play like second to anything that you're saying. What you're, like, the way you're saying it is way more important than what you're actually saying.
Like, why do you think this regulation existed that Gavin Newsom wanted to overturn?
Well,
I didn't even understand the point that he was making about migrants getting their day in court. So I'm going back to the main distinction here, the main point.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Well, sanctuary
I'm out of
cities exist
control.
because
I
a lot of their
apologize for that.
population. I mean, there's a whole host of reasons. You don't want people that are living and contributing to your city to feel like they're going to be fucked by the cops.
Now Destiny's doing that thing where he's like, I asked him the question. He's going to act like he's super knowledgeable over this issue. He is very good. This is the pre-canned statements that he's ready for. It'll make him look rhetorically like he knows exactly what he's talking about. But again, we already established that he absolutely doesn't know that due process at this moment in the debate, he doesn't know that due process for immigrants does not exist. And he certainly didn't know that the main point of contention here is the due process that Kamala Harris support, the revocation of due process that Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom supported.
were reporting crimes, especially sex crimes. Maybe you don't want to cooperate with authorities for political reasons because people don't believe in,
Excuse me.
ICE and
I'm
all that dumb
sorry.
shit. I mean, there's a
I'm
whole
out of
host
control. I
reasons. What do you mean?
apologize for that.
I know. And that's precisely why the school should not play a part in that in any way.
Okay,
That's
but what
my
I'm saying
point.
is that assigning the school blame here doesn't make sense. Let's say that I go
Do
home.
you not think that
can I-
resource officers are technically under mandate by the school in some respects? Like, of course they are still operating under orders from the DA, but like, of course they could be kicked out of the school. There are plenty of different ways of dealing with it if this law is supposed to be enforced.
Okay, let's say that I'm going to my house, okay? Let's say that I see two shady people hanging around outside my house, and I go inside, and I'm actually like nervous. I don't know if they're gonna rob me or what. They're like hanging out.
Also, due process is still required for deportation.
Okay, that's fine, but you're not. But
Again, I correct him on this. That he's factually the due process for deportation. Okay, due process for deportation exists. Again, I correct him. But hey, rhetorically, Destiny is right? Morally, Lucky Andy's over here think that Destiny was absolutely obliterating me in this conversation, right? Oh man, that's crazy. Let's keep going.
Creation status.
Sure, but we don't care about that, and I know you don't care
We don't
about that.
care about
because you don't
that?
care-
No, how the fuck would we not care about that? Of course we care about that. You literally just lied. You can't just deflect that by saying we don't care about that. It sure seems weird that Destiny just has like a couple very known memes whenever he like feels like he's backed into a fucking corner or doesn't know what he's talking about. He says, we don't care about that. Or, okay, buddy, let's move on. That's not interesting. What's really interesting, I've listened to so many of these fucking debates, like holy shit, to genuinely get better at debating. To genuinely learn from this person. Fuck.
Care about due process for deportation either, because if they weren't legal, I don't think you would still want them deported, right? So we're not talking about due process for that. Let's say that we have two people that are standing outside. They legitimately like make me nervous. I don't know if they're gonna rob my house or whatever, and I call the cops. Let's say that the cops show up. They arrest these two people for loitering or being threatening or whatever, and then they find out that they're illegal immigrants, and they refer them to ICE and they get deported. Am I, as a homeowner, like the person that like reported them, am I now complicit in like deporting illegal immigrants? Is that on me? Do I have that liability?
Yes.
Okay. So should people just never ever call the cops ever then?
Yeah, I suggest against that. Yes.
Okay. I mean, we just have like a totally fundamental view of this, I guess. Then.
Yeah. But to some extent, certainly that is.
No, not to some extent. We are.
Not to some extent. Oh no, let me clarify my position. Destiny's very charitable. He's just trying to make me better at arguing, right? Remember, to some extent. And he's like, no, not to some extent. You already said yes. You already said yes. You already said.
I guess like when I started the video off, it sounded like it feels.
No.
Like
Let's keep talking about this. Remember, everybody, and DGG especially. Remember, the conversation got here because Destiny wanted to fucking flip the script when he was factually incorrect and overwhelm me again with hypotheticals where it's like, oh, is it okay? I'm just testing your moral systems, because he didn't fucking know what he was talking about, and he had to do something. Remember that, okay? Don't fucking act like this is.
The school should not.
And by the way, for those of you who think I don't admit my mistakes, I literally said I took an L on the mall thing, despite the fact that I showed the difference between a school and a mall, but I didn't do a good enough job, and I fucked up early on. So of course I admit when I take L's. Shut the fuck up.
Play a part in that in any way.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that assigning the school blame here doesn't make sense. Let's say that I go home.
Do you not think that resource officers are technically under mandate by the school in some respects? Like, of course they are still operating under orders from the DA, but like, of course they could be kicked out of the school. There are plenty of different ways of dealing with it if this law is supposed to be enforced.
Okay, let's say that I'm going to my
you
house,
just
okay? Let's say that I
misunderstood
see
what
two shady
happened.
people hanging
He
around
thought you
outside my
said to
house.
some
and I go,
extent to you and him being fundamentally different on this view, not to the you should never call the cops watch again.
You just misunderstood. You thought you said to some extent to you and him being fundamentally different on this view, not to the. Oh, really?
I'm actually like nervous. I don't know if they're gonna rob me or what. They're like hanging out. I don't care about due process for deportation either, because if they weren't, call the cops. Let's say that the cops show up. They arrest these two people for loitering or being threatening or whatever, and then they find out that they're illegal immigrants, and they refer them to ICE and they get deported.
He said loitering, by the way. Loitering. Again, a faulty hypothesis, because you have no obligation. You have no obligation over the children. I mean, over the random fucking people.
I, as a homeowner, like the person that like reported them? Am I now complicit in
operating under orders from the DA? But
okay, I mean we just have like a totally fundamental view of this, I guess. Then
yeah, but to some extent, certainly that is.
No, not to some extent. We are completely diametrically opposed on this issue.
I guess we are.
I guess like when I started the video off, it sounded like it feels like there was like a huge.
Okay, I think I'm fairly certain that I said to some extent in regards to calling the cops, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's kind of shocking that this analogy that you're using is like, I mean, you're not in any way associated with the fucking random strangers that are standing outside of your house, Steven. Whereas as a fucking school, you are absolutely associated.
No.
With
I was just
educate these kids.
No, I was just asking if you were complicit.
So you have a better understanding.
Yes, you are complicit in my situation. You are not complicit in your insane hypothetical. Or not even an insane one. That was actually a sane one. We're going to get to the insane ones in a second. Remember, chat, it's a bad hypothetical. But a lot of you said it's a good hypothetical. I wonder why. Because he was just testing out my moral system, right? The structure of my moral systems. Remember? That's what he was doing. Even though it was again, and I repeat this, a bad hypothetical, because the way a school operates is completely different. Your rights, I mean, the things that you have to do as a de facto parental fucking guardian, an institution that's supposed to guard the children, is entirely different than random people. But he's doing this to make it seem like I'm fucking crazy. Or, to make it seem like I'm nuts for like the loiter thing.
Maybe we shouldn't fucking cooperate with the authorities. So we are technically complicit. It is a terrible analogy that you just used, and it is a rather reactionary one, which I don't even think you agree with.
It's not a reactionary one, okay? It's a totally valid question. Let's say that a woman gets raped by somebody that's Hispanic. Do you think that when she reports it to the cops, is she being complicit now and getting people to...
Now he's ramped it up. Another moral system. Hey guys, another test to my moral system, right? Definitely not a purposely hyperbolic, insane analogy when literally, insane hypothetical, when literally the fundamentals of this hypothetical do not work because there is a different set of legal restrictions and a different set of obligations between a school and a random person about to get raped in the middle of a street. Also, disgusting of Destiny to try to use this as like young children in an effort to like make it seem like I'm crazy about saying that like schools should not deport or participate in the deportation of young children. But I'm the privileged one, of course.
Of course not.
Wait, why not? Why not?
Because she's victimized by a fucking crime. It's not a random misdemeanor.
I'm not.
It almost seems like I don't believe that. It almost seems like I don't believe in the never call the cops analogy. But for a lot of density fans, you guys are going to be real dense and be like, oh, he owned you. He found a flaw in your moral system instead of saying, oh, wait, maybe that wasn't his like point at all. But hey, hold on. Hold on. Why can't I engage in this hypothetical? Wait, let's see. Maybe I mentioned it here.
Like she's being victimized by a fucking crime by a stranger or even someone that she knows.
Sure. Okay. So let's say that. Sure. So.
Oh wait. Oh, Destiny's cutting me off in the middle of me saying, "Hey, that's entirely different than like a school with the children."
Resource officer being like, "Oh, I just saw you fucking steal. Sorry. Guess you're out of here, buddy."
Sure. So let's say that
14-year-olds out of this country.
Sure. So let's say that a woman is at a party. She starts walking home and she's being followed by some people and she's getting nervous. She doesn't know if she's going to be assaulted or what. Let's say that she calls the cops there. Cops arrest the two guys and they get reported to ICE because they're illegal immigrants. Did that woman, is she playing a part then in calling the cops and getting illegals deported? Should she not have done that?
This is hurting my brain, dude.
It's hurting your brain because
a random stranger walking and feeling threatened by random people is entirely fucking different than, like I said, a school participating in this thing that they know.
DGG and everyone else who's watching, I know I cut him off a lot. I not only acknowledge that, I think it was fucked up of me, and I literally said I'm gonna have headsets in. I didn't hear like half the fucking shit he was saying.
He shouldn't be participating in.
I'm only asking this because you said you said to never call the cops. So I'm asking you if you really feel that way. You said you should never call the cops. So it sounds like you don't actually feel that way.
Wowie. Okay. You, in the comfort of your own home, calling police officers because you saw some random people that scared you is a little different than a woman walking home at night or a man walking home at night alone and feeling threatened by the presence of other people. They would still be somewhat complicit, but it's not the same.
Okay.
Circumstantial in the sense
Excuse
that
me. I'm sorry.
if they're like
I'm out of
random
control. I
people who
apologize
like
for
see a
that.
black person and then decide to call the cops because they feel threatened, yes, if the cop comes in and fucking guns them down, it's kind of fucked up.
In that under that
Okay, so that wait, so that's
call the
sure.
cops.
I did.
So, okay,
I literally just said there are valid reasons to call the cops. You fucking idiots don't understand anything I'm saying, I think. And then somehow making it my point. DGG, I literally said there are like right here. What do you think this means?
Two things. Sure.
And
So
I
there are
would
two.
urge someone else to not do that as well, but it's more understandable, and it doesn't really matter because under none of these circumstances do you have an obligation to the person that you are fucking calling the cops on.
Okay.
I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
You're giving me like one of the most privileged arguments I've ever heard in my entire life. Like,
Oh,
you're
I'm
literally-
sorry. There's no situation. I said there's no situation in which you can call the cops. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I'm wrong then. I guess you should throw out everything, even though that's not my position. If any one of you guys actually cared about arriving at the truth, I feel like maybe, just maybe, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I wonder what Hasan's actual position is, and not belittle it. Like, if you actually cared about what my position is, instead of just being like, oh, I owned you in the marketplace of ideas, HasanAbi, then you would be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's weird that he would say never, to some extent, yes, and then follow up by saying, of course there are situations.
telling me that, like, well, if you're a woman and you're walking down the street and you might be scared because of people following you, it's pretty rude of you to call the cops. That's a pretty mean thing to do, dude. Don't do that. What if you've got a person who lives in a neighborhood where there have been a lot of break-ins? What if it's somebody who's had their house broken into before and are...
There are, again, and if you truly care about my position on this, or if you truly care about, like, daddy looking good in the argument, which, by the way, we're not even supposed to be here. We're not even supposed to be having this conversation. As I presented to you that it was a faulty... As I said in my statements, and also as I'm presenting to you once again, that it is a faulty, it's a fuck, holy shit. It's a faulty hypothetical. Also, remember, just because I cut off Destiny a lot more, doesn't excuse Destiny cutting me off routinely as well, just for the record. I admit that I did cut him off a lot, though. It's fucked up. But we were having this conversation because you're too dense to agree. You have to keep doubling down on every retarded take you make. Oh, man, that sounds a lot like Destiny. What is that? Is it a sock account? Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. Some of the DGGers literally will just parrot anything Destiny says. Yeah, and then my second favorite part about... All right, I'm going to shut this off. It's triggering me. My second favorite part about the DGG like line of argumentation is parrot Destiny's talking point that you're literally demonstrating to be wrong, and then repeat it. Say he's dense. You're dense, my dude. And then say, just take the L, my dude. It's my favorite thing. It's like literally always the same.
are worried that somebody's going to do it. Like, it's easy for you to say, like, oh, well, you should never, ever call the cops, ever. I don't know if you've been in these situations or if you know people that have been in these situations, but that's a pretty shitty thing to say to people that, like, maybe are actually fearing for stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's really crazy to be like, oh, you should just never, ever call the cops, ever.
By the way, my take was the privileged one, remember? Like, because the privileged people, it's definitely the poor people who are always like, oh, fuck, I really got to call the cops on this one. It's always like, it's always the poor black people calling cops on, you know, innocent wine moms who are just taking a stroll down at the mall with their luxury handbags on their arm. It's just, it's always the privileged people who are like, ugh, I hate this police presence in my community. Thank you, Destiny, for elaborating on this. Thank you for saying I'm privileged and I don't understand. Thanks.
Why the
And if
fuck
you-
would you say it's a privileged argument? When
Because you're making it because it's a really privileged argument. This idea that
Also, you guys can take emote off. I mean, take off the emote only mode.
ask the fucking people that live in poor neighborhoods if they choose to call the cops under these circumstances or not, okay? Like, what are you talking about? It's a privileged argument. Have you talked to a person who lives in a fucking poor neighborhood? I'm confused, like, right now. Like, what?
Okay.
What?
So you legitimately think then you should never call the cops. So then going back to the earlier thing then, a woman gets raped.
Oh, I said you legitimately think that there should never, there's no circumstances in which you should ever call the cops. I literally said with the girl, like, that there are reasonable situations where you should.
I don't believe
Wait, but hold on. But wait. Hold on. I will turn on the DGG one for this because I know that they're going to be like, you didn't say that. Where's the transcription? What the fuck? I don't feel like these points were made in good faith, by the way. Hey, guys. Seems that take didn't age too well, did it? It almost seems like I was completely correct. I was right on the facts, and Destiny was making semantics arguments, and then he fucking turned around and took me down a rhetorical rabbit hole with a bunch of hypotheticals in which he did own me brutally with cold, hard logic. So strange, though. I'm the disingenuous, bad faith actor. I really hope that some people actually... like, maybe have a different opinion on the way Destiny engages in debates, just for the record, okay?
Okay. So should people just never ever call the cops ever then?
Yeah, I suggest against that. Yes.
Okay. I mean, we just have like.
Okay, it's entirely fair. This criticism is entirely fair of me to not have qualified in that position. Like, I mean, in that situation, I should have qualified.
I'm glad someone can actually argue against Destiny. He's a showboat who doesn't bring enough facts to debates. Also, positive note, did you know Quincy_UK, Camgirl, mentioned interest in you on Raj?
Also, by the way, again, this still doesn't change the fact that we shouldn't even be having this conversation to begin with. This stream has single-handedly made the case for right-wingers dismissing Density. You should upload this to YouTube. It's not your fault that Density is a bad faith actor. Yeah, should I do that, by the way? Should I just do like the highlights, the high notes of all of the things that I've been talking about for the past 2 days? Should I do that? Should I just upload that? Maybe like right-wingers will take a look at it and realize that at least I can admit mistakes unlike Destiny. Okay, DGG, that was pretty funny. Hey, should I do that? Will that be a teachable moment for people? Because he sure didn't fucking care when he was with 8,000 people or whatever the fuck watching. He sure didn't care about shitting all over my career, right? Saying that I was a bad faith actor and a propagandist. Holy shit. Fuck, man. Fuck. It almost seems like I wasn't just sprouting alt-right talking points. It almost seems like I was actually making valid criticisms of the way that Destiny engages in arguments. Sometimes. Not all the time. I wouldn't say that about the right-wingers, because a lot of times when he's debating right-wingers, they legitimately don't know. Like, they legitimately don't know, so he doesn't have to do a lot of this stuff. They legitimately don't have the background knowledge on whatever the fuck they're talking about. No. Well, you literally said you appreciate Destiny being a bad faith actor in debates versus right-wingers. In most circumstances, I don't think Destiny... Okay, let me clarify that position for those of you who understand. For those of you who don't misunderstand me. Okay? Destiny, more often than not, doesn't need to use bad faith debate tactics when debating dipshit right-wingers because they're stupid and don't have access to the talking points or knowledge that require them to have premises that back up their conclusions. Me, on the other hand, I do, but it doesn't matter because then Destiny, like Rem, will fucking spear dick me into a fucking corner of philosophical argumentation where like it's all rhetoric and it's not an area of expertise of mine and defeat me. That's literally what they do. Rem did this as well, and so did Destiny. But you dumbasses need to think a little bit more fucking critically, okay? That's the fucking problem. That's my issue. My entire job is to talk about these things, okay? They're testing consistency, you fucking retard. Oh my God. No, they're not. They're not. Okay. No, they don't have access to facts, as I demonstrated already. Logic, maybe, you can say that. Logic, I admit that, certainly. Rem won this debate? Okay. It's not ideas, like, oh fuck, holy shit. I'm losing brain cells. Why am I doing this? Why am I fucking doing this, dude? Fuck philosophy, we got critical thinking. Who needs this semantic, pedantic philosophy cuckoldry? Hasan, probably. Oh, leave the chat if you don't click the link. What is this? On professional relationships?
Going it alone is really hard. I don't think most people are equipped to do it. I had a relatively unique upbringing in that my parents were busy with daycare that they did.
The fuck? What am I going to do with this? I don't care. I know he didn't have a fucking privileged upbringing. I know. But, you know. Or like, what? Why? Why do you want me to watch this? I don't give a fuck, dude. Why do you want me to fucking watch this? I don't think you guys understand. I don't give a single fuck about Destiny at this point, okay? My man literally got butthurt because I was fucking right. Because I was right about the shit that he pulled in the debates that we have engaged in. Another tactic, by the way, we can talk about that too. Another tactic that Destiny routinely engages in, which kitty gloves, remember? He said he used kitty gloves on me. Thank God for using kitty gloves. Remember when he would say stuff like, workers are dumb? Think about the way that I approached those conversations when Destiny said stuff like, workers are fucking dumb, blah, blah, blah. And then when he was backed into a corner under those circumstances, what would he do? What would he do? He would either say, okay, you know, I guess I was memeing. I guess I was just memeing to purge people from the community. I didn't get butthurt because Destiny criticized my video. I got butthurt because a person who I've defended for such a fucking long time could flip on a dime like this and start calling me a fucking propagandist and a bad faith misinformation machine, basically, because he was butthurt that his audience fucking said that he didn't know what he was talking about Joe Biden, and I actually do research, and I know what I'm talking about Joe Biden, and he shouldn't be dismissive of my opinion by calling me a Bernie bro.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize.
Remember, guys, I'm a TYT-backed Bernie propagandist, okay? That's Destiny's point. Only justifiable because I used literal alt-right argumentation to say, oh, you're like winding me down by using, you know, logic and rhetoric and like faulty analogies and faulty premises and awful hypotheticals that have nothing to do with the fundamentals of the question of the argument that we're having. That's a race realist argument, dude. It's not logic and facts. I already showed. Okay, if you motherfuckers unironically keep saying logic and facts as though Destiny was like factually correct on on any of these fucking points, I will upload this debate and send it directly to fucking Killstream so they can use it over and over again on repeat. There are no facts. It's just pure logic. That's what I mean. There are no facts. It is bad practice. I wouldn't do that. Because unlike Destiny, I'm an ideologue. Remember? I am an ideologue. And I think Destiny serves a great purpose. No, we're not done. Let's keep going.
A totally fundamental view of this, I guess, then.
Yeah.
Bro, this is the first argument. We still have fucking truancy memes, my guy. We still have fucking truancy memes. And then we have Destiny's playing a fast and loose because, like, it kept unwinding. The first one was good because he, like, from here to here, he got me completely on this fucking bullshit like, oh, well, what about people getting raped? Would you call the cops on them? Making me look like I'm some fucking ACAB psycho, okay? Or never call the cops psycho. I'm not. ACAB, though. I'm misspeaking now. I can't talk anymore. Okay. Whew. ACAB. Just admit you're too scared to cancel Steve. Stop lying. Why the fuck would I want to cancel him? And why would I cooperate with the Killstream to cancel Steve? What a fucking idiotic take. Come on, guys. I know you were joking. I'm sorry. I'm being aggressive. That wouldn't cancel Steve. That would just be, that would just kind of belittle him and humiliate him. And then the Killstream guys would have a fucking field day with that shit. But maybe it will, but maybe also on the flip side, maybe, just maybe on the flip side, maybe he could learn how to debate better, right? Because that's what he was trying to do with me. He just wanted me to like learn how to debate better. That's what he was doing. He certainly wasn't guided by emotions and his fragile fucking ego.
But to some extent, for
my face went Destiny. Okay, that's a funny meme. Good job, DGG. Except, you know, literally sounding like every salty conservative post-debate. I know I might sound like them, but unlike them, I actually have like conclusive evidence right here that he's literally like he's actually unaware of what the fuck he's talking about. Wait, where the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Being unaware of what he's talking about isn't disingenuous, for the record. Literally, isn't the fucking entire purpose of this conversation, wasn't the entire purpose of this conversation on two ends? One, that Destiny does utilize like rhetoric and backs you into a corner with like hypotheticals that don't have anything to do with like faulty analogies and faulty hypotheticals that fundamentally do not have anything to do with the actual debate. That was one. And then two is that he literally said, I read Twitter threads. Like I just read Twitter threads and I was wrong, and then tried to debate me on what I was wrong on. And he had literally not read the actual, like he had not read the articles. Okay. Fact number 1. Destiny doesn't understand due process, muddies the fucking water, as we demonstrated earlier on. I don't know if everyone has actually seen this. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should fucking just like upload some of the parts of this. Fact number 1, Destiny muddied the waters on due process. Didn't understand that I was talking about due process. Fundamentally, like due process in regards to the criminal conviction, which is literally the difference between, which is literally what Gavin Newsom was advocating for. If he had a better understanding of the situation, he wouldn't have said, there's no due process. Because there was due process. There was due process for the charges that would turn into convictions before people could get deported. And there is also due process in regards to immigration. Both accounts he was wrong on. Both accounts. Flat out wrong. Flat out wrong. You guys might call it a fucking hit piece or that face when you lose. Yeah, thanks, Destiny. That face when you literally fucking don't know what you're talking about, when your entire argument here is that, like, I didn't fucking read through an article or I just skimmed through them and I'm lying on purpose and stretching the truth. If you're willing to edit a full video containing all these moments, that would actually be super helpful. Okay, let's keep going.
Certainly, that is
no, not to some extent. We are completely diametrically opposed on this issue.
Where were we? Fuck, I totally...
Can guide her to do certain things or not guide
her. We're worried that somebody's going to do it. Like,
well,
okay,
the end result at the end of the day was her kids that weren't going to school are now going to school.
So you find this to be a successful program then?
If your measurement of success is getting kids to go to school, then in that case, it seems to have been.
Okay, what if I fucking put a gun to every parent's head? That's a successful program, right? Because every single parent and every single child ended up going to school. Like, what a ridiculous a metric of success you have here.
I don't know.
Where I'm using this as an opportunity to showcase the willingness of Kamala Harris to utilize the monopoly that the state has on enforcing certain rules through state violence, through the threat of state violence, through stealing people's fucking freedoms away from them for not even a truancy, for truancy violations. And you're saying that, well, just because it was a threat, it's okay.
Okay, I don't know what the monopoly on state violence has. I mean, I don't know if we're going full libertarian with these arguments, but...
No, but the state does have a monopoly on violence, right? Unless you think that the black mothers were like, oh, yeah, I'm going to actually fucking, 360 no-scope these police officers are coming in. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we want the state to have a monopoly on violence, don't we? Isn't that, like, do we want other people just, like, murdering each other randomly in public? I don't understand. Like, don't we generally, as the public, like, entrust the state with our, with our violent enforcement of laws, things like paying taxes and shit? Don't with things like levying healthcare, things like dealing with
Not in all circumstances, Destiny. I think you know what my perspective is on that, given the fact that you yourself have also argued about how violence could be morally justified. I'm sure that we're not in disagreement here.
Yeah, I agree that it could be, but in an ideal world, we would absolutely want the state to have a monopoly on violence. We don't want normal citizens enacting violence unless we feel the need for...
We're talking about enforcement in this circumstance, and we're talking about what that says about Kamala Harris, and you're caught up on like the 7th layer of like something I said about the state having a monopoly on violence. Why are you doing that? Let's have a conversation about what this says about Kamala Harris.
Yes,
which literally said that if the results are, if it's just the threat of jail time and that the results are positive, then it's okay. You and I have a fundamental disagreement here.
Okay, because my problem is that the way that you're framing all of this makes it seem like Kamala Harris is literally fucking Rita from the fucking Power Rangers. She's like the worst person in the world.
Do you not think that it is unnecessary? Do you not think that this was...
Oh, so it's just tone policing? That was the whole point? Okay, never mind. All right. Never mind, dude. It just sounded really mean towards Kamala Harris. Thanks, Destiny. You wrecked me, dude. You fucking Rextonied me, dude. It just sounds really mean when you say that Kamala Harris... It just sounds really mean when you say that Kamala Harris is bad for using her prosecutorial powers to threaten, like, innocent parents. Just be nicer to Kamala Harris. God, you're such a bad faith misinformation agent.
I apologize for that.
Excessive force. Do you not think that locking up, or the threat rather of locking up mothers for truancy is unnecessary or excessive. If you don't think that, if you think that it's not unnecessary, then we can have a conversation about that.
I don't know where I would fall on it. I think I lean against it, but you have to understand that, like,
Then why are you having...
Spoiler alert. He will then go on to defend it.
this argument with me right now.
By the way, when I do this shit, he fucking writes like Reddit posts and memes about how like, oh man, you really didn't, you really fucking, you're ACAB, you hate cops, you would never actually fucking want to call a cop ever. And then what? Like here he's like, oh, I kind of lean against it. ACAB though, for real, unironically. I kind of lean against it, maybe. Also here I'm gonna defend it.
I don't care about pushing a political agenda. I just want to have a good conversation about the issue. And saying that she's walking around threatening homeless people to kill them, blah, 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 is a bullshit way to have this conversation. It's not really a good framing of it, right? The way that it's presented is that there are a lot of parents whose children are going to school that with a little bit of help from, whether it's, scary looking fucking homicide agents or whatever, could be connected to the school resources that will get their kids sent to school. As somebody that talks about cyclical poverty, about all these systemic institutional fuck-ups with people, one of the most important things your kid can do is actually fucking go to school. It's one of the best ways to break the cycle, is to actually get your kid in school every day.
Which is why we need to fucking murder parents. I know he didn't say that. I know he's not saying that.
I agree.
So, like, if we can use... Wait, hold on, wait, you ramble so much. Let me just finish this, okay? If you're the DA, and as you said, you have very limited resources to do things, okay? You can't pay kids to send their fucking kids to school. That's not your power, the DA. But if you're the DA, and you're prosecuting crimes every day, where you're seeing fucking 16, 17-year-olds dead on the fucking street, and you have a way to utilize your police force to get kids to go to school, that seems like one of the most positive ways you could ever apply a police force. Not on the fucking corner cracking kids' heads for fucking dealing weed, not rolling around neighborhoods looking to fucking fuck some people up, but actually getting parents to send their fucking kids to school. That seems like one of the best possible ways you could utilize the police force.
Yeah, when you're a hammer, everything starts looking like a nail. I understand.
Oh god, that was such a good line. Fuck me. I'm sorry, chat. That was a good ass line, dude. That was such a fucking good ass line. Holy shit.
But under these circumstances, she should not be trying to solve this problem as a fucking DA. And the way that she tried to solve the problem is something that you and I agree is excessive and unnecessary.
I mean, it would depend on the application. With the way that the law is worded, the idea is supposed to be that you have to try, police officers will make sure that that the student and the student's family knows that they are being contacted, that everything is going to be done in order to get these people actually going to school, and that legal actions are only going to be threatened as a last case resort when the parents have not made any effort to cooperate with the school. I don't think that's that bad. If you've got a bunch of parents that aren't sending their kids to school and the kid is just fucking jerking off all day or whatever and they're not doing shit, there has to be accountability there. That's part of being a fucking parent, is making sure your goddamn kid gets to school. It's an important part of his life.
Again, we already know that. Sorry, I lowered the audio. We already know, and Destiny knows this as well, that the real reason why there's truancy is not lazy parents. The real reason why there's truancy is because of a lack of funding. I mentioned that already. I think I mentioned that here. I wasn't really listening. There's a reason why in other countries, like I think Germany was the example I was thinking of. But but the other countries that use this would not fucking send sending police officers for truancy is such a fucking excessive policy that it should never be, it should never ever in almost maybe the most undesirable, maybe the most fucking insane circumstances. It should have never been a progressive DA's it should have never been a progressive self-proclaimed progressive DA's policy. Okay? Never. Especially given the fact that we're talking about systemic problems. Hold on.
Like we know this too. You know this. Like, how frustrating is it for a police officer to deal with a school whose life has been fucked since he's fucking 4 years old because he's got parents who don't give a fuck about him? How frustrating is it for a teacher to deal with kids, right? You know, teachers need to educate kids better. Well, I can't do it. The kids don't even fucking go to school. If you have an opportunity to make kids actually get their ass in a fucking seat in a classroom, it seems like a relatively positive.
I do agree that a child like graduating from school increases their chances of succeeding in life. Wait. Oh, this is like. What is this? Hasan went on argument by totally showed that Destiny was clearly talking out of his ass and arguing in bad faith. This should be a learning experience for Destiny. Maybe we can improve his debate tactics since Hasan was being very charitable to him. Destiny uploaded his debate to the YouTube channel. They didn't care about how badly he was misrepresenting Hasan. It could be a learning experience for him. He needs to learn not to argue in bad faith. No, but then his fans are going to say, I'm just being exactly like a... then he's going to say I'm being exactly like the right-wingers who's just crying, right?
I canceled White Girl Wednesday in support of UW.
What's up, Josh? W.
Thing to me. I don't understand. I mean, like, we can argue whether or not, like, is it good to do this with the police force? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We use a police force to enforce other things like CPS, right? That doesn't mean fuck all if you don't have a police force behind it. So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it's this, like, one-sided, horrendously fucking evil issue where cops are threatening homeless moms. And that one example you cited, it actually shows the law working in an incredibly positive way. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Okay, hold on. I have a lot of stuff to say about this. God damn it. He said some stuff about you on DG. Did you see? No, I didn't. No, fuck no, I didn't, dude. You can go back and watch the VOD. Okay, where is this? Okay. Marshall Project had a piece on. Hold on. Fuck. I have like 700 fucking tabs open. Holy shit. We talked about police officers and their presence in schools and how that's bad. Okay, Marshall Project. Absenteeism. Okay, so as far as truancy goes, this is a two-parter. Okay, are you ready? You still saying you got your info from his Twitter thread? Hey, guess what? At least I was fucking right and not wrong, okay? At least I wasn't fucking totally factually incorrect. At least my Twitter thread was right, homie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, maybe you should read the same Twitter threads, okay? Destiny's hypocrisy. I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down as much as possible. One of Destiny's many bad takes. He claims the moral high ground, saying he doesn't feel the need to tear other Democratic candidates down. What is this? Is this a fucking... Hey, Destiny, I'll send you my Twitter threads next time, okay? Instead of reading like one fucking line from a political article because you think it actually it actually supported your position, and then making an entire fucking like going off on a tangent off that. Oh, yikes, my guy. Holy shit. Maybe you should be reading Twitter threads. Remember, if you can't condense something into a Twitter thread, well, you might as well not even fucking send that to me, right? Isn't that what you said? At some point.
I'm not God.
I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down. One of Destiny's many bad takes, he claims moral high ground, saying he doesn't feel the need to tear other Democratic candidates down, calling that partisan hackery. The hypocrisy that he did exactly that to Hillary Clinton during the 2016 primaries. I did that too. Oh man. Destiny liked Bernie, so during the primaries he talked a bunch of shit about Hillary. Oh no, dude, that's crazy. Wait. But here you said that's not what you're supposed to do in primaries.
Maybe people are different. When I think of the candidate that I want to win, when I think of like Bernie or Warren, I think I want them because they have the best record in terms of their voting, because they have the best policy visions. I don't feel the need to go through every other Democratic candidate and try to tear them down as much as possible. That sounds like some partisan hacker. I don't know. Maybe people are different. When I think...
That's so weird. First of all, hey, we already talked about this earlier, and I urged you to, I don't know, read books instead of trying to shit on me for 5 fucking hours to jerk off because of your fragile ego, but and learn what like primaries about. But I guess you do know what primaries are about, considering that, you know, I guess you did that already. Let's see. Destiny like Bernie, so during the primaries talked a bunch of shit about Hillary. Here's some of his DGG. It's strange that the Democrat turnout year is high. I really can't understand why. Why on earth would it be higher than last year? I wonder if something strange happened with last election's primaries. I wonder if something historic involved. I wonder if it maybe it had something to do with the first black president of the United States. This country hasn't had a historic revolution in 50 years. Got lucky, 7 coin toss in a row. To be honest, he should be leading in delegates too, since Clinton cheated for like 3 or 4 of them. Whoa, dude. That's not cool. Wait, why are you... Man. Oh, by the way, when you call TYT or me Bernie or bust, one, you don't know what that word means, because obviously even in that circumstance, I was talking about fucking voting for Elizabeth Warren. Either you don't know what bust means, or maybe you thought it meant something else. And secondly, we literally, and I myself, literally urged everyone to vote for Hillary Clinton after the primaries were over, because I understood the severity of the situation. But hey, thanks for being Bernie or bust, I guess. That's cool. Oh, we got fucking shit on all over the internet for being, for not being Bernie or bust, by the way. We got fucking shit on. But it's okay. Also, if you're delusional, if you think she's going to represent American people with financial backers like she has, no. I thought, but I don't think that's something you're willing and capable of addressing. Do you think the majority of Bernie's money is coming from unions in the same way that Hillary's money comes from wealthy corporations? Wait. These are like identical arguments that I was making here. What the fuck? That's crazy. Jimmy Dore was Bernie or bust. And I debated him on it. And I told him he was fucking wrong. And he shouldn't have done that. Is that me? Are these my logs? Are these my logs or are these Destiny's? Are these my logs or are these Destiny's logs? Seems real Bernie or bust over here. Let's get back to the fucking debate, though. Holy shit. Reporting truancy data to the federal government 900 times in 2011.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your point. Like I said, the DA should not try to deal with this in any way whatsoever, not by over.
Wait, you guys think he was getting paid by Bernie to shit on Hillary Clinton there? You guys think, or maybe he was doing it because Hillary rose in the polls or something. You guys think he was doing that for that reason, or? I mean, not to go back. I mean, I'm going back to the fucking, man, what a shill, dude. Fuck. This totally new and original take. Oh man, is he still streaming memes, Pepe? That face when you lose. There's no way for me to address any Hasan issue. If I try to critique him, he goes fucking nuclear. What am I supposed to do, lol? Yeah, no, I'm the one who went fucking nuclear, dog. No, totally not. I don't care. I already ended my stream saying I don't hate him or anything. I won't resort to the same standard ad homs he does for me. That was also incorrect, as we showed in the conversation, in the debate earlier. But man, Trainwreck's really offered a moderate debate, lol. But I told him it's too much dumb drama. Hasan fans will never agree, but dude, the last combo we had, I tried so hard to play nice. Like, I didn't ad hom or do anything crazy at all. He fucking lost it on the first point. I mean, he is privileged. He's made privileged comments several times. I wouldn't call the cops if I was in a dark alley. Oh, when I get physically abused, you just, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, nice. I'm just going to go off into the mountains if Biden's nominated, lol. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. It's so frustrating. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Did you find the time when he... Wait, was Hillary surging in the polls when Destiny said that? Wait, should I just... Maybe I'll just post this graph. Maybe I'll just post this graph on my Twitter and be like, through some investigative reporting, I figured out that Destiny had a take on a candidate, or he attacked another one. Fuck, man. Fuck. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we're memeing too much. We're fucking memeing too hard. Let's get back to the debate. That's petty as fuck though, lol. The fuck do you mean? That's petty? Imagine fucking literally saying all my videos are trash and everything I do is propaganda because you got fucking butthurt that I knew more than you about specific candidates that you wanted to just fucking dismiss as Bernie bro bullshit about Joe Biden. Okay, yeah, I'm the petty one. Motherfucker did 7 hours of content over this shit, or 5 hours of content over this shit. Like, yeah. He said trash and then said propaganda. It was 4 and you're on 12 hours? I don't know about that. Your III mode is scuffed as fuck. Well, I guess there's just more for me to cover. I don't know. It was 2, you've done 7. Well, I guess there was more for me to cover. Look, I ramble on, guys. I ramble on a lot. Should we just end it for now for the on the Destiny stuff? For we can get to the truancy stuff too. Should I just like do a little bit of the truancy stuff, or please finish the logs? It's pretty funny. I don't give a shit that Destiny fucking criticized Hillary Clinton 3 years ago. Okay, I'm obviously fucking memeing, but you know. Go to bed, delete this VOD, move on with your life, lol. Nope, not gonna delete it. That people were saying Destiny wanted a discussion, not a debate, but he was literally, tonight we're gonna debate Hasan if he's up for it. Get hype, boys, on his Kamala Harris video, bro. Wait, I thought he just wanted to improve my talking points. And yet he just kept calling it like propaganda. I don't know. No, I think you covered it enough. Should we just do like... If he thinks I went nuclear, lol, I haven't even gone remotely nuclear on him, but I don't think he's ever really been surrounded by anyone who's disagreed with him. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll stop for now. So the reason why I wanted to make sure that we definitely talked about the stuff that, I mean, like the dishonest debate tactics or whatever that alt-writers claim Destiny does on them versus like the actual like hypotheticals that he engages in and an accurate demonstration of how he was unaware of what the facts were. The reason why I wanted to do that on the first point was the one because that was the longest one that we argued on, and that was the one that most people said I was wrong on. So, you know, if he could like argue in good faith next time, we could probably do that. You just said,
Excuse me.
sure, I sucked
I'm
at
sorry.
debating or convincing
I'm
any
out of control.
non-lefty
I
about my
apologize
political
for
beliefs
that.
or positions. I probably say it's all just dumb memes. Hey, Destiny, I might suck at convincing non-lefties with my edgelord logic bro styles of arguing, but it seems like I'm pretty good at convincing people in your community that, I don't know, to move further to the left a little bit. So maybe we have different points in that process. Maybe that's what I was saying from the jump. I never said I was good at debate anyway. It's okay. Maybe we'll just like, I don't know. Maybe we can imagine someone you looked up to trying to humiliate you in front of thousands of people. Wait, do you mean me? Because that's literally what happened. I was raised a Republican and I'm straight up a socialist now. Thanks, homie. You're a real one for this. Oh, thanks, Krova Kappa. I guess maybe I can convince some people. Maybe not people who like can, maybe not those people who you know, have okay. All right, this is the last thing I want to say. The unbelievable fucking irony of Destiny's community parroting morally lucky memes as Destiny literally flexes about how quickly he changed people's minds on a dime, showcasing that they literally have no fucking moral justification and can immediately be susceptible to having their minds changed on one debate. The inherent irony. Just the irony of like them now parroting the morally lucky fucking meme. Holy shit. Like, so glad Destiny was able to convert these people with like one fucking debate. And, you know, there's no intellectual residue of all of the, like the previous shortcomings of listening to fucking alt-right propaganda on the regular. Comrade Finho, stop saying oh, you should upload this so he can learn how to argue in good faith. You guys just gave alt-righters, centrists, tons of ammo for them to make YouTube vids on why the left always loses? Man, it would have been real fucking good if you know, we applied that same logic earlier on when Destiny decided to fucking belittle me and also take fat shits on all of my fucking videos in my entire career because he was just ticked off. Would have been real good. I don't know. Maybe Destiny will pivot to being a centrist later, though. As long as he justifies his moral axioms, it should be fine. Are we just doing tit for tat now? He shit on your career, so you shit on his? No, I'm defending my position. My earlier position that everyone got fucking triggered by, which is that, yes, debates are mostly for fucking blood sport and entertainment. And yes, Destiny sometimes, when he doesn't have the full context or when he doesn't have facts to back up his statements, will engage in hypotheticals that are functionally, that seem good, but are not functionally sound or analogous to the situation at hand. This is one of the things that he does. And he'll also purposely muddy the waters. It's fine. Like, it's okay. It's totally fine if he does it on the right. It's not fine when he does it on the left. If you consider me to be fucking awful for that, then it's fine as well. I don't give a shit. Again, debates are not for truth-seeking, as I demonstrated for the past fucking 3-4 hours as we walk through step by step of like certain parts of the debate. It's not fucking truth-seeking, which was my original point. I don't want to keep reviewing the video because the one review that I did was the strongest points. Like was the point that we talked the most about, and was like one that I gave concessions on early on, and therefore like I admit that there was some fault on my behalf with like wording. But if we get into fucking truancy, and then after the truancy, if we start talking about what Destiny did with when he played fast and loose with fucking like Bernie campaign financing, it's gonna get really fucking ugly. Will you continue interacting with them through other shows on Scuff Podcast? No, I think Destiny created his safe space on the internet, and I value his safe space. He can have it. Bernie isn't a Democrat? Pff, okay, bro. Well, tell that to Destiny then, because he was in support of him too. Okay. I'm a longtime fan of Destiny and its community created, but recent events have made me question whether this place is really one I belong in anymore. Destiny's conversations with his friends recently made me deeply question whether he's a content creator I can justify supporting. He repeatedly demonstrates his own ignorance while simultaneously lashing out at those He repeatedly demonstrates his own ignorance while simultaneously lashing out at those closest to him for sharing their honestly correct views on the matter. I mean, for fuck's sake, everyone knows that stop sign intersections are for first come, first serve. Oh, that's funny. If Destiny admits his mistakes and apologize, will you be friends again? I don't know. I don't think he'll admit his mistakes though. I don't think he thinks he made any mistakes. I've been watching you for 4 years. You're my favorite streamer. I've never seen you apologize for anything. I know it's not your thing, but completely cutting ties and blasting a friend online for a couple political disagreements is just bad. Regardless of Hasan being wrong in some stances, the blowback is unwarranted and out of character. This drama is dumb as fuck. Guess I'm banned. Thanks, man. Train's take? Is this gonna be another fucking meme? You also didn't make any mistakes, right? Of course I make mistakes. I make mistakes every fucking day, all the time, non-stop. But don't act like this is just a political disagreement here. Destiny demonstrated how little he fucking cares about me. And just, you know, and my career and shit that I've done throughout my entire life, because he felt like because he felt like he felt undermined or something. I don't know. I don't think he's going to actually apologize. I also did apologize. I apologized for fucking talking over him. I did it like numerous times. He also said he had it. He also said he had like pent up frustrations for months and never even fucking told me. Like, why would he not tell me? I like, up until a couple days ago, I unironically thought we were close friends. And I don't think close friends fucking do shit like
These
this to one
thoughts
another.
that frustrate you often pop into your head when you're doing the nasty with a girl.
Do these thoughts... I'm a long-time Decent fan, love his debates. I don't know where his current attitude is coming from. One thing I do appreciate is your attitude. You're willing to self-reflect. You're willing to be vulnerable and admit when you were wrong. That's integrity, that's character. Gain a fan now through the way you handled this. What do you think he meant when he said, until now, I've only used kid gloves with Hasan? Oh, dude. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know, but maybe I guess we're going to find out. But if this was him not using kid gloves these past couple hours or whatever when he did his stream, it's not great. But like, calling me a bad faith actor and a propagandist because your fucking butt hurt when you literally demonstrated even in that debate that you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about is pretty fucked up. Unlike Destiny, though, I don't mind being lumped in with Destiny because I did admire him and respect him and said so numerous times. Said so almost every single day. How close of friends were you if you couldn't see how much you were pissing him off? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I guess you're right. I guess we weren't close friends. I already admitted as much though. So, is that the justification on your end? Oh, well, you misunderstood the nature of your relationship, so it's okay for him to fucking shit on you because you guys weren't actually real close friends anyway. Nice. Okay. Cool. There's been many instances where he's been a shitty friend. You just didn't see it was the end of the line. He's been treating you like shit since he came to LA. Think about it. I don't think so. Whoever the fuck is like talking about brigading in my Discord, stop. You guys are like putting this community in jeopardy. And you guys are also proving DGG and like Destiny's community right. Please stop fucking doing dumb shit. Seriously. Anyway. Was this the only instance where you felt like he treated you like shit? More so than others, certainly. Okay. You need some more toxic masculinity in your life. Go punch a wall, let off some steam. What the fuck was I gonna watch? I had something that I wanted to watch.
Really enjoy both of your guys' content. Sad to see the friendship end with such fallout.
It's good
Good luck,
content though,
man.
right, guys?
Looking forward to what comes next. What was I gonna watch? I had something that I wanted to watch, you guys. I can't fucking remember.
Excuse me.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Thank you, Katie Quixotic. Time to read some Marianne Williamson and drift to sleep. Train is your best friend? Wait, what? You want to play Teamfight Tactics? Definitely not.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control.
Thank
I
you, Dad
apologize
as
for
heck.
that.
It was a Trainwreck clip. Where is it?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
I didn't see the. I haven't watched the latest Chapo yet. I'm excited to hear what they have to say about Hunter.
I'm out of control. I apologize
Hunter
for
Biden,
that.
who is incredible, just an incredible character. Very excited. I've joked about him in the past about how he
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
took the
I'm out of
Bible a
control.
little
I
too
apologize for
seriously
that.
and you know fucked his like literally dead brother's wife. It's just insane.
Excuse me.
That is
I'm
honestly
sorry.
just.
I'm out of control.
Fuck.
I apologize
I mean,
for
that
that.
that's crazy to me. I don't think it like hurts anybody, but did you guys know that? I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
I'm not God.
What is this train? His position is that you are overstating how bad she is and using things that aren't 100% true to justify, just like the stuff you said about Biden. Everything I said about Biden is true, you fucking idiots! Fuck! This is what I mean! You fucking morons, dude! Look it up! Go point by point and destroy my arguments instead of getting... You are overstating how bad she is and using things that aren't 100% true to justify, just like the stuff you said about Biden. Every stuff. What is he doing? Yeah, I fucking hate women. How about that? Fuck you. Yeah, I fucking hate women. How about that? Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, dude. God damn it. This guy. I think I might be getting carpal tunnel. Holy shit. Is that a thing? Is that like a streaming thing? I feel like my wrist hurts a little bit. Fuck. Am I going to get fucking carpal tunnel? Does that mean I have to wear like one of those wrists? Am I a real wristlet? Am I actually a real wristlet, dude? You know that's a sub sound now? Fucking, I know. To both, since when is disagreeing politically with one another being a completely unforgiving instead of enjoying your friendship, crap content, and crap treatment of one another? Okay, dude. Sure. Like... I'm a wrist cell, homie. What is this?
So, do I think that someone who truly hates gay
I'm
people
not God.
could use Booty Judge to a homophobic degree? Absolutely.
What?
Like, absolutely. Was I doing that? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Wait, why is this a we got him? I don't understand. Because I said, was I doing that? Absolutely. Is that the joke? Okay. Man, I'm fucking tired. It's a meme. Okay, whatever, dude. I'm so fucking tired. I think I exhausted myself like all the way to the end. Fuck. Should I keep going? I think I should keep going. The gamers, by the way, talking politics on YouTube and Twitch with Bernie Sanders. I mean, not Bernie Sanders, with Brianna Joy. It's on already. It's out. You guys should watch it. Yeah. I'm not done. I'm not done. We got some more. We got some more stuff. The ending of Knut's Raj.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Canute. Man, it would be so fucking glorious.
Stepping into the incel crew.
You guys walking away, hand in hand.
No.
Shut the fuck up, Doc.
This stream sponsored by DibDab, by the way. Use your Twitch Prime if you think she chose host. Use your
What
Twitch Prime
happened?
if you think she chose love. K Bubbles chose.
What up, Knut?
Love! Congratulations!
Of course I chose love. Of course.
Okay.
Nice. My man's getting laid, dude. That was very cute. Scripted, dude. Fucking scripted, lol. Scripted, lol. Like, I want to go through Reddit recap at this point, but it's like... but, like, it's all fucking... It's all just gonna be fucking this shit. Is it time for the Sahil of Akkad redemption arc? Fuck no. I canceled him a long time ago, dude. He's done. Will's take on the Destiny Hasan drama. Oh no. I don't want to look at the...
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fucking true.
What the fuck?
That's how it is, dude. True.
Destiny making fun of someone's last name because it sounds like booty. Is this homophobia? True. Thank you, Tiglath. Budzer gets the redemption for sure. Yikes, is this real? Oh man, that's kind of sad. I didn't think he would get the uncle meme so quick. Fuck. I'm just gonna act like it was probably not a real yeah, you know, me and my uncle, we agree so hard. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. This sounds a lot like the alt-right, dude. Sounds a lot like the alt-right. I mean, I guess we're done. What is this? I want to see this.
It's just, I've always thought of them as like being like a power couple on Twitch. And the left, I figured out that the left is literally eating itself. Like it's literally eating itself. I have concluded that I think now that Destiny and Hasan are eating themselves, I have concluded that Donald Trump will win the 2020 election. It's just, I've figured out that the...
Damn, Raj.
And I hope that the two of them can come to that understanding just like rappers can, right? Drake buried Meek Mill. Going back to back. That was a fucking hit song. That was a fucking platinum track. And then what happened? A year later, they're making music again together. So I hope Destiny and Hasan can realize that they've both done so much for the souls of Twitter, or Twitch. I'm a boomer. They can get past this argument.
What up, Greek?
They can stop dunking on one another and just play the music. But in the meantime, it's good fucking content. Breaking news, Destiny and Hasan hate one another. Twitter, Twitch, and full of people. My God.
It's pretty funny. Motherfucker, dude. Motherfucker. Hey, what Raj doesn't know is that according to Destiny, I'm an accelerationist, which means that I wanted Trump to win all along. Dun dun dun. When are you going to throw Will under the bus once his fans move?
Quincy, I'm sorry you've been eliminated. Let's see what she chose, Canute.
She chose host.
Quincy chose host.
Perfect.
Quincy, why did you choose host?
Why did I choose host?
Yes.
Because I don't even know Canoe, so I was like,
You don't even know
why
Canute,
not?
so you just chose host?
Yeah, I was like,
wait, did you look him up before?
A little bit, not so much.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, thank
I'm
you,
waiting
Quincy,
for
for doing your
Hasan, that's
research.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Thank you, Quincy, for doing your research. I appreciate it. Go ahead and shout out your channel.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me, Raj.
Bro, Canute is way more jacked than me, okay? Way more jacked. Like, way smaller shorts, but way... Have you done the Rostular? I did do the Rostular. Everyone wants a piece, and everyone should get equal opportunity to get a piece. What? Oh my god, I forgot to eat again. What the fuck? Okay, I gotta go to sleep. Fuck this. All right. I love you guys. Please subscribe, all that stuff, or don't. I don't know. I'm gonna probably fucking I'm probably at this point gonna also just who knows what happens with TYT as well. We need to
Hey,
shoot
Hasan.
like
I grew up without a proper education in American politics and politics in general. I spent most of my high school in a group home and was homeless. Where should I start if I want to learn about politics? I am currently in school for programming.
Fuck, where should you start for politics? BreadTube's pretty good. YouTube videos. I would go to Reddit, BreadTube, figure out who the content creators are on there. If there's like a particular subject that interests you, try to get one of the takes of people there, or just like I don't know, you can start watching me. But I am actually a disingenuous propagandist who you know. I'm a disingenuous propagandist, so I don't know. You probably shouldn't watch my videos. No, don't learn politics from Reddit. I said there are good content creators who it's a good launching point, and then you can start reading. Did you have a following before you started working at TYT? No. Majority Report is good. You can watch Destiny. Anyway, all right. I'm not hosting Fleeksy. You know what? Here, some wholesome shit, dude. Here's some motherfucking wholesome shit. Jake and Bake Live. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue where we left off. We'll talk about truancy, maybe. Maybe some other awful shit that Kamala Harris has done that I didn't really elaborate on too much on the video. All right. Anyway, good night, guys. Love you all. Discord.gg/Hasan.